Properties. Again. Logitech. Somebody say something? Okay. Audio's there.
So we don't need Telsmere.
Excuse me.
No.
Gotcha.
Fucking my. You know what I was doing?
Setting up cameras, making sure audio's working.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like that again. Oh, okay.
Doing big things. You guys aren't ready for it. Big things.
Passive things.
Are we gonna die because of these
I feel like
things?
that's personal.
I feel like we are. I feel like
I get the
feel
feeling
like
we're
we
gonna
might.
die.
I mean, I have 9 HP, so I think.
I don't
What are
even know
those?
how much HP I have.
Lemon macaroons.
Oh, for
I
me,
figured
you
lemon
shouldn't
something.
have.
One of the good flavors.
Dude, until I was 21, I thought these had the consistency of those like chalk cigarettes you would get when you were a kid. I'm talking about the candy cigarettes.
I love those.
I thought this had the consistency of that because it looks like it from the outside. First time I ever bit into one, I was like, oh.
Talking about the chalk cigarettes, not anything else.
Are you sure?
JK,
No.
I feel safe. I have like 22 HP.
The stream is set to Tom Clancy's The Division, by the way.
Sorry, but 22 HP is not much when a Mind Flare does
it
like
also says cock and
30
balls
something.
on NYC, so...
You
we were fighting in The Division.
My maximum is 33.
Oh.
I don't have a lot of HP. I'm very squishy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're ranged.
Thimble is a bard of swords.
Yeah,
yeah, but you have Eldritch Blast.
But I don't want to rely on
Oh my god, what if we reflavor your Eldritch Blast to be tiny swords?
Yeah. I love that.
Like cocktail swords, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The little like
exactly
classic cutlasses.
But obviously they're RGB because that's her personality, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like a stream of little mini cocktail swords.
Tell me that's not a... What are we on? Session 21, right, guys?
Would it be multicolored?
Yeah, no, it changes.
This is 100% Thimble. This is Thimble's style.
I feel like I know her character the best.
Do you?
No. You also gave me a lot of free reign with her character, so... You were like, she hit her head and doesn't know how she got here, and I was like, bet.
Yeah, I was just kind of giving you. I was trying to hand you whatever the fuck you wanted on a silver platter. I was like, here, take this character and run with the wind.
Dragon.
I would say it wasn't because of pure laziness, but it was 100% because of pure laziness.
Listen, I hear you.
That's how I felt about Yornir. He basically wrote my backstory for me.
I changed a lot of things in your backstory.
Yeah.
Slash host? Is that how it works?
Just really hoping that we get magic back. But
You had it. You had it temporarily.
Yeah, but you know, Yornir is dead.
That's not good enough.
You also didn't have the Revivify spell anyway.
I mean, if Yornir was alive now, I would have had it. Well, Revivify or whatever. I'm pretty sure.
Quick question, kind of petty quick question. How does Rolling Loud get to play music and I can't? They don't own the music.
Get good.
You're right. You're right. If only I was a billion-dollar industry.
Exactly. They have the money to say, no, we can play this music.
Yeah, it's just a skill issue, I guess.
They got the skills.
When he comes in, we just go like, "Oh shit!" and then
Not
like
this
get really
fucking guy,
fucking
bro.
quiet.
Like,
Yeah, just stop talking the entire time.
Somebody should.
Yeah, just be like,
Ready?
He's back. He's back.
don't
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, just shh.
It's not gonna pop.
Hobo, you have no ability to hold
No, that
straight
was either.
face.
I do have the ability. I just don't care to right now.
Only on a plane do you have the ability to hold a straight face.
Huh?
I said only on a plane.
I
don't
can
work on
really
planes
just
anymore.
imagine Hobo
No.
working on the plane like, yeah, I'll
Just
get you
I
mean
have to-
mugging
I'll
the
get you
fuck
your
out of a plane.
peanuts.
I've laughed at people in the middle of announcements.
With how much I fly, I think it would have been hilarious to have Hobo as one of my working on one of the planes.
I like to
No.
think I'm a pretty good flight attendant.
It would have been
Nobody said you
hilarious.
were. I'm just
Dude,
saying,
you
like,
would be
I
calling the fucking call button every 5 fucking seconds just to fucking
But it-
fuck with her.
That's-
It would have
that's
been
what he said.
hilarious with how much I fly to have one of my flight attendants
Okay.
just once.
our time is we're live,
Can
we're
I
doing
get booted
things.
at our first class, miss?
No, because I would have seen the oh fuck look on her face the second I walked on the plane.
Not this fucking guy. Of course, that's how she would be, wouldn't it?
I'm never
Yeah.
going on a plane.
Well, to be honest, on a plane.
Well, you
I
don't want to
prefer
ride a
sitting
plane,
there.
Nick? Like you've never ridden a plane?
No,
Are you afraid of planes?
no, not at all. I just don't want to be at a airport.
That's
Very
fair.
fair. Airports are.
Yeah.
awful.
That's fair. Airports are the worst part of the planes. That's not true.
Yeah,
Crying
if
babies.
it's worse,
Crying babies
yeah,
are the worst part of the plane.
if it's
Like,
worse than
especially if you
getting
have to go
onto a
to
cruise
Chicago.
ship, I do not want any part of that.
Listen, I don't.
Especially
I
if it's
don't.
worse.
At this point in my life, I don't condone nobody hitting nobody. But Ben, I sent you a video a couple days ago of that baby screaming bloody murder on that fucking plane.
Did someone knock her out?
No, but I would have.
And it was an 8.5-hour flight.
Yeah. This was not a 30-minute
like
hop and fucking get off the plane from fucking Los Angeles to Van Nuys. No. This was an 8.5-hour long flight, and this baby was screaming bloody murder. Like not a normal baby cry, like the you stabbed him in the kidney cry. And the parents did nothing. At some point, like at what point on a plane does it become disturbing to peace?
When people start to complain.
I would complain.
As soon as a flight attendant gets enough complaints, we have to step in.
Yeah. 8.5 hour long flight. I mean, what are they gonna do? Honestly, like I get it. You know, baby's crying, it's hard to stop.
Fucking 8.5 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so hello all. Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons streams. If you have children and fly with them, go fuck yourself.
No.
Let's start off with that for the night.
Leave them with a nanny.
If you have children and fly with them and sit in first class and ruin everyone else's day, go fucking kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
No, you can't say that. That's too far. I said go fuck yourself. There's a difference. You can't say that. You know what? Actually, you were a flight attendant. I feel like you do have the authority to say that in that circumstance.
Go take a bath with a toaster.
Yeah, just casually fuck yourself in the mouth
about
with
it
a
every
taser.
day.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're likely a mimic, and we hate everyone apparently.
Babies.
Babies in particular today. This week it's babies. Last week it was blind people. The week before that was what? British people?
Yep.
And don't forget, every week is anybody from New Jersey.
That's true. Every single week. If you're from New Jersey, I hope you die. I cannot stress this enough. We can throw hands, bro. Come on.
After this session, and we'll talk.
We'll talk about why New Jersey is the worst place in the world. I would rather live in a war-torn Uganda than fucking New Jersey.
I'd rather live in Afghanistan.
That's fair. Than New Jersey.
Yes.
Person in Chicago.
Anyways, we're likely a mimic. Yeah, that's what we do. We make fun of people and play D&D. Apparently, we should start a comedy thing where we just make fun of people, guys. I feel like that'd be great.
I mean, we talked about a podcast. We can do it. We can do a podcast.
We talk enough shit. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
That would be so fucking fun.
We need to make a shit talk podcast.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit talkers 101.
People sent us in who they want shit talked about. I mean, we do it.
Yeah, bro. I need a photo. I need a high school yearbook photo, particularly.
And a little bit of background information.
If they don't have a high school yearbook, that's perfect. 'Cause that's even better, bro. You didn't graduate high school? Jesus Christ, bro. You didn't meet the bare minimum standard? Fuck.
What were you, homeschooled?
Wait, was your parents not care enough to take you to school on picture day?
Damn, imagine owning a bearded dragon. Anyways, we play D&D, and we make fun of people, apparently. But we're new streaming it, so we may have some technical issues, but we work diligently to resolve them as soon as possible. You guys like how I'm trying to roll this into the intro?
Yep.
That out of the way, collectively, go fuck yourself, and we thank you for your patience. We thank you for your viewership and for your time. It genuinely, it means the world to us that you guys want to watch us be fucking nerds, and you let us make fun of everybody, you know? Nobody's complained yet, which is great.
Give it time.
Yeah, I don't give out the email so they can complain. I do this on purpose.
We're gonna get canceled.
Possibly.
It's a matter of time.
It's possible.
I
Yeah.
love
They hate blind people. Blind people don't pay taxes. I have a reason to hate blind people.
Yeah, they also can't
You have
see.
every right to.
Yeah, but they don't pay taxes.
2022. Like,
Exactly,
what the
just get
fuck? Are you
fucking
using a
eyes.
If you don't pay
Eyes.
that,
Jesus Christ.
Just get your eyes, bro. Just talk to Daddy
Bring 'em out.
Elon and he'll figure it out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where are we at? During our halftime break and after the show, a couple of us stayed to answer some questions. If it's why I hate blind people, it's because they don't pay taxes. End of story. I don't need to answer anything else. Like, that conversation complete.
I will answer all hate-related questions tonight.
Whether that's from from the crew to me, you to the crew, whatever. Ask your questions. We love them. We love answering them, and I will still make fun of you. We're gonna skip that part. I talked about this. On to player intros. Let's work our way around. We're missing who tonight? Adam. We're missing Adam back because he's working.
Yeah.
He's an EMT, doing important things.
Ooh, EMT shit. Alright, what player intros?
Yeah. Talk about your new character.
Oh yeah, well, I play Hikaru, a turtle monk, very greedy turtle man. And that's about it.
No, nice. Cass? Yeah, I know I said nice and it didn't register on my fucking headset. I think it's because I plugged my headset in and it's like
Having a stroke.
yeah, it's trying. I hear it like ding ding. It's trying to reconnect, but it's working audio wise. So go ahead. Sorry, Cass.
No, you're good, homie. Hello, I play Elidor Hazelscorn, Druid Centaur, farm animal, a vibe Vagged.
The hoofed one.
The Barnyard Squad.
Hey, when do you
That's
need
our
to
group name.
like D&D canon? When do you need to see a farrier?
You can't wear metal.
When do you need?
I can't. We talked about this. I can't.
You can't wear horseshoes, no, but you're still gonna need your toenails clipped, homie. Like,
We're 20 sessions in. Those bitches long as fuck.
yeah, I mean it's been 5 weeks since the new year, something like that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know, to tell you the truth.
I don't
I'll
think
figure it
anyone
out.
has
I'll
taken
get
a
back to
shower
you.
in
Yeah.
Halloween yet.
I'll get back to you.
I'm sure you will. I mean,
Well, that
D&D
is true.
canon,
We
like,
haven't even fucking showered.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
in the game
I-
automatically
the-
smells like dog
gosh.
the
shit.
food and the self care, like we just include in your long rests, basically.
Okay.
You know, eating and shit like that.
we
Like
didn't talk about
I don't
it.
keep
We
track of
always stay
rations and shit.
comfortable
So
in bed.
yeah, I don't keep track of rations and shit like that. So I mean, that's if you guys want to, you can. I can bring it into the
No.
story if you'd like, but you know, beyond you guys sitting down at like a feast of some kind, I don't really see a need in doing it every second. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fair enough.
That being said, wait, hold on, click the wrong thing. Yuffie.
Hello. I play Sota, the barbarian. I hit things.
He's also looking
Oh,
for
no.
people. If you guys have seen anybody, let her know.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hobo.
hold on, let me pull up my list.
And item. Did she ever add a new item to the
Oh my
list?
Have you seen any of these friends?
Oh my God, Yuffie, you don't know yet.
Oh my.
Oh,
Somebody
shit.
swung your axe into a superheated electrical element and melted it because it was a non-magical axe.
So Sota has no weapon now.
You have
have a great club.
you have
You
a
have a
great
great
club and you have the handle from the battle axe, which would just be a club. But the blade, when he hit with the blade got hot and it just melted, liquefied.
Why'd you say he like that?
Because you swung it.
She hit it.
No,
No, she swung
yeah.
it. She swung it.
What?
She doesn't know who did it though. She doesn't know. She doesn't
Yep.
know who did it though.
Yeah, exactly. So they hit something, and it melted your blade.
Who was
I'm
it?
not naming who.
I know you're gonna name who. Who was it?
If you guys think about it, like back in that ravine, there's just a sword plunged into the ice. 2,500 feet down.
We need to do a sword rescue mission. The point of this entire thing is we need to do a sword rescue mission. So we
And
can do stupid shit and not break your sword.
That's
So
fair.
we're gonna do a sword
That's fair.
rescue mission. It'll all be okay.
He does need her magical sword back.
Like
Hobo.
Ben, he told your character to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Like Ben.
No. Because he told my character to do it doesn't mean he wasn't the one that swung.
Oh.
What? You
But-
would have done it.
We had thought that would be in character. We all agreed unanimously
did.
that Sota would just do it once
Then-
she's told by the
What was
smartest
the
fucking character.
roll?
I said hit something hard.
Yeah, he said hit that and unalign it because they were trying to align. They didn't realize they needed to align at that point. but they had one pillar that was unaligned, causing a misfire with the electricity. It wasn't making the connection. And then their idea was to misalign the other post rather than realign the already crooked post. So they hit the one that had connection.
Intelligence of this party, so
I would like to not be grouped in with the they thing because I did not agree with any of this.
She actually did put up a fight.
And I
hold on, we'll get to your recap in a minute, homie. Hobo, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah.
Reintroduce, I
would.
suppose.
I play Thimble, the Satyr Bard Warlock.
The other host.
Who's the other hoofed one. Also, I vote that we name our group the Barnyardigans. Like the Backyardigans, except for Barnyard.
I'm a turtle,
on,
so I agree.
Fuck, you have a turtle now too. God damn
I'm
it.
down.
It makes sense.
Barnyardigans.
It makes sense.
I'm with it.
Barnyardigans.
Backyard friends, the Barnyardigans.
No, because it's
And
copyrighted.
now
We
it's
can't take the
No,
we can't take the
changing
song.
name.
It's
Well, no.
You can't
copyrighted.
take the jingle.
No, hear me out.
We're
It doesn't
taking the
matter
song.
because it's a
We're taking the
satire
song.
twist.
We're stealing
And
it.
so therefore covered by copyright laws.
Boom, bam, bop.
If it's satire, it is covered by copyright laws. That is correct.
It is a
got us there.
satire twist on Backyardigans, therefore covered by copyright laws. I know my laws. We're the
I'm with it.
Barnyardigans.
All right. We're the
Yeah.
Barnyardigans.
I think you need to bring it up as Thimble. Ben, do you want to introduce who are you currently? Are you Ian right now? You're Ian right
I am currently playing Ian August, which is Special Vincent Moonshot. We flip back and forth. And or anybody else I feel like playing at the time because I can do that. I have not yet, but I can.
Yeah, okay. Lastly, I'm JJ. It's Lord Longcock on Twitch, Discord, Twitter. All that shit. You found us in some way. I'm the Dungeon Master. And you probably heard me say this before. For the new folks, this is my living story, though I'm not a god. This is not my style. I play one when they need me to, but I like to think of myself as a bard of old. I actively speak this world into existence, and you, the viewers, are my listeners, but these folks are the stars of the show. They're my characters, though unlike a book, my characters are alive. They do good, they do evil, they love, they lie, they lose, they fight, they kill, they survive, they adventure. They change, they grow, and they learn. Most importantly, they feel and they make their own decisions, and that's as living get. My job is to challenge them, teach them, reward them, and sometimes break them, all to see them develop and inevitably to see where the story finds conclusion. Because, in all honesty, I have zero fucking idea where they're going to take me. What else do I got to talk about? If you can, follow the LikelyAMimic Twitch. That would be wonderful. It's twitch.tv/LikelyAMimic. And what's the other thing? Oh, holy shit, yeah. I told you guys, but I didn't tell the internet yet. I got sponsored by G2A, so if you like my code, you fucking help.
Big monies.
It's not all that much, but it's like not nothing, you know? It's in the Discord, and I made like an affiliations tab in the games and promos or whatever. If you click on that, if you click that link, it'll take you straight to G2A, and then if you buy games on G2A, 5% of it comes to me, and then I can just put it back in the stream because that's all I plan on doing it with anyway.
Wait, I just got your Twitch notification.
Oh, what?
I just got your Twitch stream notification.
Yeah.
Use code Lord Longcock.
It hit on my phone 21 minutes ago, so.
No New Yorkers can fight. That's a new one.
Oh, yeah. That was when we were playing the Division. I will personally one-on-one take on all of New York, the state. None of you can fight. What was I saying? Oh, and reruns are dead on Twitch. They do not allow you to do them anymore. So if you want to catch past sessions, you have to go on YouTube. And that was just youtube.com or .tv, I think. youtube.com/LikelyAMimic. Yep. Name's up at the top. See it up there. It's all up there. Type that shit in. You'll find it. That being said, as a collective group, because this shit just keeps getting better and better, Would you like to tell me what happened in last session? I love letting you guys tell the story. It's so much fun.
This fucking thing right here.
Davy
Yeah.
Jones.
We,
Davy Jones.
We
The
fought a
deep-
Kraken.
The Deep was in this motherfucker?
we
we
went into some underground fucking city, right? And we started running around because we were looking for a fucking orb. And we found some lightning thingies, and you hit them, and if you hit them the wrong way,
You melt axes.
you
And
melt
blow up.
axes.
I rolled to see if your axe would survive, and I rolled a natural. That's why it didn't live.
Anyway.
Sorry.
He's adding to a drawing right now.
It was your fault.
It wasn't my fault. I don't control how the dice
It's his
roll.
fault.
It was
It
your
was
fault.
You can't blame that
It's the
shit
only-
on me,
hey,
bro.
it's okay, it's the only
Everything is
natural one he
up to
rolled
the
all night,
dice.
Well,
Have
I
you
mean,
seen my
the
friend?
Defeated axe. Then we went found museum. Flesh goblins are in there.
Flesh goblins.
Flesh
Yeah,
stack.
they're alive. No,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
they're
They're not
alive,
fleshing.
but
Yeah, they're just
There was
alive
like
fucking
there was like a
beings.
dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
dragon, a
big
snake,
snake.
an unknown character, and
Yeah,
a
it was
bear.
wild.
I
And
cut
then
some
we
of them open.
we found some
Oh.
dudes doing some culty shit, and we were like,
Yeah.
absolutely no culty shit in my space, so we fucking murdered them.
2 of us went down, and
Oh,
when we
fuck.
Freedom
got
of religion, my ass. Kill them.
and
Yeah.
then
If only the rise of Christianity would have ended that way, right, guys?
And I
So many
feel
more
like
people would
I
be
really
alive.
popped off that last battle.
did.
Thank you very much.
and then the orb broke.
And then the orb broke.
Yes, the orb
No,
shattered.
it was cracked. It wasn't.
and something
broken.
was said.
No,
Shit.
the last thing you guys heard before I closed the session was the shattering of glass.
Yeah.
Bitch, we're not getting paid.
And
Oh, you can just
and
pick it
you
up.
heard the illithid as he was dying. His last breath was like as Ben's sword was plunged into him. His last outward breath in deep speech. Those of you who can speak deep speech, was, if I remember correctly, the seal is broken.
Yes.
Yep.
Wait, is the seal has
Yeah.
been broken?
Not on, bitch.
Some spiciness like
Do we have
that.
to jump into a portal now?
Excuse me.
Ah, brother, we got no HP. What do you mean? We all
I have-
like
What?
Maybe
Booty.
Almost all of us are at 10 HP.
I got 9.
I have 1.
I have 22.
Shit.
I did
You
that
gotta-
entire fight with the boss
She.
at 1 HP.
He was frozen. He was
I
fucking
don't think mine's up to
stunned. He was.
Sure.
No, you were
I
paralyzed,
didn't
right?
change yours, but you were low as well.
He was
was
paralyzed
paralyzed
with
Yeah.
1 HP, bro.
And then I was stunned, and then
I almost got to add iron to the pillars of remembrance, whatever the fuck it is. Remember? No, I have a word for this. I wrote it down.
Weren't
Don't
you
forget what it is.
He was grappled by the fucking.
No, Soto
No,
was grappled.
Soto was grappled, and
Soto?
luckily,
The
I
guy who was-
rolled almost all ones on
The guy
on
who was-
10d10. I
was
rolled
rolling great for
almost
her
all
saves.
ones. You did,
he was.
but
Yeah.
a mind flare was like this close to killing you. He had you grappled, and then he did the crush where he squeezes your brain through your head, right?
I would have loved to have come back after having such a shitty week to find out that Soda was dead. I would have loved to have that.
Okay,
Oh, she's not
but
dead
like,
now.
it's
She's
our
not.
fault.
And because you weren't here, I need you to roll your hit points, man.
Yeah, 'cause
Huh?
it's level.
Your new hit points.
You
are
hit your
level
level.
Oh, you're up to level 6 now.
You're level 6.
Right, we're up to level
So
6.
yeah, what we need to do first is subtract the level to see what you were at before. I want to say it was 62. Let me.
69. I was like 69, I think. Or was
Nice.
it
You wouldn't. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't have only gained 2 levels. We just back up one. Hang on. Or you would have only gained 2 hit points.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So you were at 62. So when you go to 6, just re-roll your whatever it is. It's a D12 for barbarian. So roll your D12
no.
and then
Second is party
add
estimate,
add
just take
4.
one
God
less.
damn, you add a lot to your fucking constitution. That's D12 plus 4.
9 plus 4.
Yeah, game log. Plus 4. Click on the right.
So...
Ouch. Oh, nanner.
Ooh, my mow.
Is it bedtime yet?
It's not.
Fuck.
So? 9? 9
it's
plus
9
4 is
plus
13. God
yeah.
damn, what are you, 75 hit points now?
Yeah, 75.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
You gain
What?
minus 15
She's got
HP.
like triple all of your HP.
Yep.
And that's why
Yeah.
barbarians are fucking crazy, particularly Orcish or Goliath. Fucking absurd. And then if she ever gets to level 8, she could take the fucking the feat that gives you an extra 2 HP per level.
Mm-hmm. And then increases increase your constitution.
I think it increases your con by
yeah.
1 too, yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
would
would
have been
put
at 19 constitution.
Put you at 19 con, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty solid here, yeah. What we need for that?
Eh.
Okay.
Yeah,
To kind of set your little story again, you're in the very dimly lit you know, I guess I can tell you the name of the town. It doesn't really particularly. Maybe you saw it on. Let's say you saw it on like a placard outside of the museum. That way you guys can say you know. JIKSID. Chick Sador. JIK apostrophe SID. Sorry. Chick Sador. Is the name of the underground village that you're in. Town, city, whatever you want to call it.
You say that one more time.
JIK, Juliet, India, Kilo, apostrophe,
Uh-huh.
Sierra,
What's that?
India, Delta Uniform Romeo. Was your question is what is an apostrophe? I will knock the fucking teeth out of you right now. You ask me what an apostrophe is.
How do you
Oh
write
my
that?
god.
Oh my god. Dude.
My bad.
Sador.
Oh,
Oh,
cut
man.
out.
The town is Jixador. That's my point. JIK apostrophe SIDUR. Would any of you who have proficiency in history like to roll me an intelligence check, please? History check specifically. But you're looking for, if you have proficiency in history, you're allowed to roll.
I do have proficiency in this video.
Proud of you, kid.
Proficiency?
Yeah, if you have proficiency in history, then you can roll.
You're looking for a history check or intelligence?
History.
22.
In that book that you've been reading about the time of troubles, you read a lot about the Netheril Empire, the Netherese Empire. And within the Netherese Empire, like you've heard tales and read books of them, like they had floating cities. That's what they were known for, is their floating cities. During the time of troubles and during the spell plague, I believe it was during the time of troubles, if I remember correctly. One of the two. I don't remember off the top of my head. When magic was fucked, the cities fell from the sky. the beasts that they were chained to that drug the cities around the globe died. The cities plummeted to the earth, and so far as historians remember, only 3 ever survived. One of them being Jixador. Nobody ever found the remains of Jixador, so it was believed to have survived or either landed in the ocean.
We're fucking rich.
We need cameras.
I am gonna
Said,
relay that information
okay,
to
yeah.
everybody.
Everybody else gets that information as well. I love how you guys just folded the turtle in, didn't like put him under, didn't question him or anything. You know, barely know his
Folded the what?
name. You guys all folded the turtle in. Like he's just part of the team now. You know, nobody even questioned it. One of you isn't like you. One of you like doesn't just hate turtles for no reason. You know.
I'm an
Do you
animal
want
man.
one of us to?
No, I just think it's great that
Yeah.
nobody did. You know, it's very accepting. It shows a lot about the group.
Farm animals don't like sea
I mean,
turtles.
yeah,
I mean,
half of us are animal creatures at this
That's,
point.
that's
Like,
where I'm at about it. I'm like, what's another animal?
You are pretty like Sota gets feral, you know. So like I wouldn't say it's far off to say once she's raging she's an animal. I wouldn't say it's far
I've
off.
just accepted it at this point.
Yeah. No, you're a cat wrangler.
Yeah, we lost a reptile and gained another one.
That's fair. We gained an amphibian.
true.
I look. Yeah, true.
Well,
as I say, reptile.
no, technically, wait.
It's
Tortoises
reptile,
don't
so
go
it's
in the
reptile.
water, and he's a tortoise, right?
Yeah, they're reptiles.
So he's a reptile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still an animal.
No, fuck, because your other one's amphibian. The half dragon was amphibious.
Is it?
Because he could swim for fucking ever.
Yeah,
Hold
but
his
still
breath for
dragon.
like 10 minutes.
Still reptilian.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a politician.
You are in the it's not collapsing, but it is like collapsed in places. This tower is. Some of it's pushed in, some of it's pushed outwards. Remember you did have that large flame circling wheel that collapsed onto the ball, and then you heard it crack and crush. And the last thing before he was absorbed into Inos Dagnir, the God's Bane that Ian carries. Was the seal is broken, and then whoop, he disappeared into the sword. And it was when he said it, even in deep speech, you could hear his tone was that of relief. Like his job was complete. It's okay that he died.
Nice.
Now, to fold back into your story accurately, there are several flame sources around this room. They are burning, you know, they are the torches on the walls, sconces of that sort, and they were all lit by this group that was here. The at least 5 cultists and the ones that seemed to be in charge of them, which was the Mind Flayer. So let's see where we at. You the flame that was surrounding the crystal dissipates. The gray cloud that was swirling in it is gone. The brass housing that it was in bronze housing collapses to the floor, clatters across the stone. And who is proficient in religion?
May. You may say.
Nope. Only on undead, fae, and
Nope.
What in religion though?
For me, yes. I have advantage on anything with undead and stuff like that.
Yeah, but does it have the dot? Is the dot
it's not.
filled in? Okay, then you don't have a proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nobody?
anyone does. Nope.
Fuck, somebody look at Luthio's shit. Hold on.
I got it.
He's not. Oh. Ooh. Well,
We got no religious people in this.
don't have any
party.
religious people.
I'd take a shot at it.
Well,
Or there was, I think.
Yeah.
because you're not proficient in it, if
Oh,
I let you do it, the DC is going to go up a bit. Do you want to attempt it?
I'll still attempt it.
Okay, make your attempt. Make your attempt. I'll let it go
Do I
because this
need-
is
do
not
I need-
information that I want to gatekeep. That's why I was offering the information.
Do I get advantage on it?
No.
So it's not undead, fiends, or fae?
No.
Okay. Oh, that's a 9. Fuck.
Oof.
Oh, I took my
Ah,
best because I have a
I-
+2 to it.
You hear a form of deep speech that sounds. The sound is not emanating from anywhere, and only you catch this, right? Nobody else is catching this noise. And you know what? We'll actually say, what is you're holding I Know Stagnir, right?
Yes.
What is the wisdom on I Know Stagnir? It's 19 or 17. You have to look at the weapon equipment description.
I'm looking. I'm scrolling right now. You typed a lengthy description here, homie.
I worked very hard on that.
Ouch. Do I fucking get it?
I know it's got a higher intelligence than I do. Da, 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 da. Or even 4
The wisdom the total wisdom. Yeah.
is 12.
12? Okay, it would only be +1. Getting higher than yours. Damn, is it really?
It is substantially higher than mine because my wisdom is a -1.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, wait, what the fuck? Is religion wisdom or it's wisdom, right?
Intelligence.
It's a wisdom. Religion is intelligence. Okay, what is the intelligence on I Know Stagnir?
19.
Sorry. Okay, so it's +4.
3, 4.
That's
Plus
what I
4.
have.
Yeah.
I'm only a +2 on religion.
It's okay. So we'll say that actually it's the sword passing this information to you. You can hear it only because the sword is in your possession.
Right.
And what it's telling you, you feel immediately fear, terrified. The sword is propelling the feeling of terror onto you. And it is not fear for itself so much as it's fear for everything. It is beyond. It is beyond. Fuck. It's still starved, so I feel like that might be the information that it gives you, but it's also going to relay that you're going to get like kind of the information that this needs to stop. These must be preserved. These locks must not be broken. Seals must not be broken. Probably a better way to phrase it. That's what
again,
you're getting from I Know Stagnir.
Okay.
And they don't know that he talks to you.
I'm still gonna relay that information.
Okay. Do you tell them where the information comes from, or do you just tell them that you know it?
Nope, I'll just relay the information.
I feel like
Okay.
we would believe him anyway. since we saw things get sucked into a fucking sword.
Yeah, I mean the sword did absorb things. It's very like black hole singularity in nature. Like when it pulls people in, they just like gone. So you stand in this semi-shattered temple. A large bronze housing lay clattered on the floor beneath most of you. The crystal ball, nowhere to be found. The black cloud within, grayish black cloud within, nowhere to be found. The fire, as I mentioned, had dissipated. And that your sword has relayed a feeling of dread and terror. It is entirely fearful of whatever this seal was has behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we get. It is pretty late in the day for what most of you can recollect. You've been down there for quite a while. You've done a lot of things. I mean, you've made a lot of progress in Jixador. Between fixing the whatever gravitational generator that was, whatever the electrical source was doing, which very likely was controlling some form of gravity. Which I had a lot of ideas. If you guys didn't fix that, like the fights would eventually turn to the roofs. Like it would just switch, and you would have to fight on the roof. You would fall like 20 feet, take a little bit of bludgeoning damage, then have to fight on roofs. Then it would switch and fall back. I had ideas for that, how it was going to play out. It's possible. I mean, one of you knows Featherfall, right?
Wait a minute, I think I might.
You're a monk.
Cass shaking his head real fast. No.
No, it's our artificer that's not with us right now.
I have slow fall. I don't have feather fall, but I can do this.
Yeah, you like reduce your fall damage, right? As a monk, yeah. Okay. So
Artificer who's out training child soldiers.
Living his life, bro. Don't judge him. You wish you could
come back with an army of fucking the lost kids.
The lost kids of Fae. No. Where are we at? Yeah, okay, so it's up to you guys now. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Would you like to take a rest? Would you like to eat? Would you like to... Yeah, okay. Long rests?
Long rests.
Everybody's pretty low on health, yeah? Except for Sota. Yeah. I mean, Sota was really low on health, if I remember right. She only had like 2 HP or some shit left.
No, she had like 20 left.
I don't remember. I think she had 14, or she had like 15, and then I did 12, if I remember right, with that fucking
when that
brain
shit
crush.
Happened with what's it called? When she got zapped.
Yeah.
That took like half what she had before, so she ended up with like 30 something health. Then we had like 2 whole fights. She was like at 5 or something.
Something like that. I don't know. So you guys do need to take a long rest because everybody's pretty low. So that's fine. Who's gonna take your first watch?
I will.
Or do you want to camp down here, or would you like to try and go back up first?
We don't camp right here.
On top of the corpses.
It's a brightly lit area.
Yeah, it's dimly lit. I wouldn't say brightly lit. I would say like the sconces are probably at the point where like they're reaching their peak. They've been lit for hours, kind of thing.
And it's enclosed.
That's fair. It's relatively enclosed. There's a doorway on each side. It's an open temple.
Yeah, you'd be able to see if somebody came in the door.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
Before we make any decisions on that, would you guys just want me to do a short rest and you guys do a long, and I can take the most watches?
We can all take a long rest.
Because I don't need a long rest.
Well, you also used your spells.
I mostly used Eldritch Blast.
You healed 2 people.
Yeah, but I still have a shit ton of spell slots.
That's fair.
I'm saying I don't need a long rest, so I'm like offering to let your characters do other things during
But
the rest.
you get extra spell slots off the fucking loot too. So you have those as well.
I'm gonna do some weight
It's Taylor's
training.
choice, though.
That's
You
up
know
to
what?
you.
Yeah, my downtime. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
that's
do
your
some
choice.
squats,
We should
working my
probably all
ass.
sleep at some point, but
Still up. That's fine.
oh wait,
The long rest? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're doing long
Yeah.
rests. I'm doing a long rest.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do a long rest.
I
Okay.
think Hobo's doing a short rest or something. I don't know.
Okay, so what? Only one person is going to stay up, and then Hobo's going to stay up for the rest of the night, or the rest of the break anyway.
I guess. I mean, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I mean, I was just offering it so you guys could do other things during the rest, but I mean, I don't care either way.
Up to you
I don't
guys.
even know
I
what to do
don't
during the
control
rest
that
anyway.
shit.
Yeah,
You guys
I think
have things you have to do?
Not really.
no.
Okay, just me then.
I think it's only you who has a book.
That's
I
Yeah,
don't
true.
even.
you got a book.
You gotta power
Yeah.
through it and get your intelligence up.
I mean, I still have
I've
a
been
book that I
writing
need
the
to finish
margins
reading.
of
But
it, so I don't know if it works anymore.
Okay.
May or may not.
I still have a book to finish too.
A long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's gonna stay up for the first watch, go ahead and roll your survival check.
Oh shit, a 2.
Oh fuck.
All right. So Thimble,
Oh,
you're staying up
gosh.
the rest of the night, right?
What?
You're staying up the
Are
rest
you
of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Disadvantage?
Yes, ma'am.
But why?
I
Because
rolled a
your
2.
first homie rolled a 2. 14. Okay. With 14. Let me look at
And
something
then,
really quickly. Go ahead, take your time.
am I able to read my book while I keep watch, or it's not something you'd allow?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
That would explain. I mean, that would like sort of give reason to why you would get disadvantage on this, but
Disadvantage.
yeah.
I am gonna spend an hour after my watch reading my book.
Okay, yeah. Roll an intelligence check at advantage. Oh wait, no. If you stay up after you watch, you're not gonna get a long rest.
1 hour?
You have to be up for 6 hours, or sleep for 6 hours minimum. If you're up for 2-hour watch, right?
How
And then
long is a long rest?
8.
8 hours.
So if you're up for 2, you have
That
6.
would
You
put me
have to sleep.
exactly- Yeah.
2
So
plus
1
6
hour
is
of
8.
watch. Yes, 1 hour of watch, 1 hour of book, then sleep.
Okay. Then who's gonna watch for the other hour? You're doing a half watch. I get what you're saying. Who's gonna watch for the other half? You know what? Fuck it. We don't have to do that. You with your 2, we'll say that you probably nod off reading your book, and that would explain why that's so poorly. I mean, you were in pretty bad shape, so it would give reason as to why.
Yeah, I want to. Still need to do my investigation check, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you need to roll your investigation. Okay. With your 14, a lot of the information that I gave you earlier was what I was going to give you had you try to read it again. So there's a lot of like low level magic spells written in the next few pages. Things that it almost seems like these pages don't belong in this book. Like they were put back for some reason, put in the wrong spots, maybe put in the wrong book, possibly. It I mean, at this point, you're probably getting close to the end of the book. It's kind of what your retention is letting you keep. You know what I mean? Like you're able to hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And being that you nod off reading it, we'll say you get the information that about the Netherese city that you relayed earlier. That helps.
Okay.
That you get a little more information on Netherese cities, that they flew, that they were powered by something, though that thing is never named, whatever it was. That those things were highly sought after the falling of the Netherese cities, and that the creatures that used to pull the cities around, like they were chained to the cities, once released, dug underground, and have not been seen.
Okay.
Those creatures are referred to.
Oh shit.
I don't want that smoke.
That being said, let's give somebody else some information, right?
Yes.
Who else did I owe
I was
information
reading
to?
my,
Your survival
your
check,
plot.
right?
Yeah, I already did my survival check of 14.
Right. Okay. With your 14, when you wake up from your short rest, like you don't really sleep during a short rest, but
I took a nap.
it's kind of you close your eyes, but you never actually make it to sleep, kind of thing. If you try and sleep during a long rest or sleep during a short rest, you never actually fully fall asleep. But you do get a few, 30, 45 minutes of peace anyway to calm yourself, to roll your hit dice, to recuperate a little bit. In that time, by the time you wake up, Ian has fallen asleep, nose in his book, probably snoring a little bit, probably got a little bit of sleep apnea.
We really need to stop putting him on watch.
But overall, the rest of your watch seems to go pretty easy. Like nothing seems out of the ordinary. On the walls, occasionally, because of your fucking god tier dark vision now, you do see on the walls outside of not just your building, but like on the walls of the towers around you, you see those rocks shifting again.
Okay. Did you still want me to roll a percentage to see how much of the book I do get through?
No, it's just your intelligence checks to see if you can fucking keep up with it.
Well, because last time we did this, you had me pick a amount of time and then roll a percentage to see how much percent of that time that I actually paid attention.
I mean, if you want to do that, you can do that. I mean, so here's the thing though, it's been 2 days since you started the book. And you haven't read for those 2 days.
I know.
Right? You have to read for a total of 48 hours in a 10... Is it 10 day or 6 days? Is it right in the book? Is it 6 days?
6 days.
Yeah, so you have to read for a total of 48 hours over the span of 6 days.
I have about 10 hours.
So, I mean, yeah, you can try again. It's fine. But roll your... Pick a time, I guess. Pick amount of time you want to roll, and then roll a percentage die.
Well, I mean, I'm on watch for, 6 hours? So probably just 6 hours.
Okay.
And did you want me to do percentage or an intelligence?
Percentage is fine. It's easier to keep track of. You can just round it in the nearest tenth, because that's way easier to do.
Please roll. Excuse me. Fucking roll.
Just taking long.
No, it's not working right now. Go. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking... I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Fucking roll. Give me a second.
Oh shit.
You rolled a 77, homie.
77. Okay. So we'll round it to the nearest 10. You get 80. So whatever 80% of 6 is, was that 5? Well, it's close enough, I guess. You get 5 hours. 5.
Yeah.
Good progress. I mean, you got 15 hours over the span of 3 days, yeah? Going on. This would be the third day that you after you started reading. No. This would be the end of the third day. So you have 3 more days to make up 33 hours of reading. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So that's they cover everything for everybody. Anybody else need to do anything? Long rest, short rest kind of thing? Anybody else need to do anything in your downtime?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you all get your long rests. You can go ahead and kick your hit points back up. Everybody except Thimble. You don't get no long rest. And guys, yeah, you know the way you came in is a possible way out. I'll give you that information. But you still stand below ground in Jixador. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Who do you want to slaughter?
Everyone.
Back your mic in, Rosemary. Thank you. Thimble slaughters you all in your sleep.
What?
Nice.
I'm in my shell.
Honestly, that would make sense. I would. That tracks.
I'm dead.
Here's the question: do you wear pants? Because if so, how did you get them in the shell? Right? They would only have to be legs. Like they couldn't have
naked turtle.
They couldn't have the crotch part. You know what I'm saying? Because like, how would it pass the shell to retract with it? You know what I mean?
I'm a naked turtle man.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, in my head, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, how would he wear pants, bro? Because there's shell. You know what I mean? Like how it couldn't retract in unless they were just like tube socks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the pants were like tube socks, you just had thigh highs, is it turtle and thigh highs?
No, I wear like a. What are the? I don't know how to.
Hobo is currently processing. I just said a turtle and thigh highs. She's taking her time.
It's like a loincloth. I wear like a loincloth.
I'm just saying.
So like around the outside of the lower part of the shell?
Turtles, what? Huh?
It's like around the outside of the lower part of your shell is what my question is?
Sure.
Okay. That way you, like, it makes sense. It has to be on the outside, because if it's on the inside, how the fuck do you get it in there, bro? It's skin attached to fucking shell. It doesn't...
Staple it.
It doesn't track, bro. You just sewed it in.
Yep.
It's somebody else's skin, though.
Definitely. That's how that works, right?
Listen, how serial killer you want to make your turtle monk is your choice.
Hell yeah.
What are you? How are you trying to go off like John Wayne Gacy vibes, or you know, are we? It puts the lotion on its skin scenario. Like, what are we? What are we doing? Thimble, that
type shit.
Soda or not soda? Fuck the hobo. That dice is still rolling. It's still trying. The first one is still trying to roll. It's struggling. Okay, so you guys are everybody's rested. As you arise awake, you see around you still the same dark city. Thimble, during your watch, nothing approached you. Everything seems to stay pretty far away from the light, the fire specifically. Also, you probably gather that in your time over the night. And I would say As you wake, Luthio is not there. Thimble, when you woke up, didn't catch him that he was gone. It happened during Ben's, Ian's sleepiness. But as everybody kind of collects themselves and gets up, and you notice you're kind of you're doing a head count. You're like Ian, Hikaru. There's the horse. Sota. Where's the other human?
Dead.
He is not there, and neither is his drink. You also notice that the brass fitting that the orb sat into is also gone.
Well, I mean, we probably could have at least taken the fitting as a sign that we at least tried. But looks like we have a fucking thief on our hands.
Everyone looks at Ian.
I don't, because I don't know.
It's true, you don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We have a thief on our hands.
Why are you looking at him?
What was stolen?
What was stolen, friend?
The thing that holds the orb that we were supposed to bring.
And when
ended up breaking.
what she's holding her hands up to right now is roughly the size of what this thing was. This orb was no like crystal ball. It was fucking large. When she's holding her hands up, like the mount was like this big. It was fucking quite large, like 2 feet by 2 feet square.
He took the holder for it, and I mean, we could have at least taken that as like a sign that we tried, but it's gone now. So like, what the fuck do we do?
The cheeriest. What the fuck do we do?
I kind of need to get paid. I kind of owe a guy like $500 fucking dollars. Okay, I can't play around with this.
I also gave him my soul.
Unless
we don't talk about that.
Unless
Do you think she would comprehend that she sold her soul for a fucking book that she's not gonna read? No, she wouldn't comprehend that.
There's
She has
option
no
number
fucking
two.
clue. She's
aren't
just
I,
like, yeah,
aren't I
yeah,
so mean? I gave you an object that your character's incapable of committing to.
Yeah, you
There's-
even
there's-
wrote it in blood, so I mean.
There's
Yeah,
option
like-
number 2 of unalive the guy.
I want to say that she would hyperfixate on it, but if she's
Yeah.
anything like
For-
me with my ADHD, that's
Yeah,
gonna
but-
hyperfixate for like maybe 3 days.
For
and then
yeah,
drop
it's gonna
off.
say for like 3 days, and then she'll
Yeah,
forget.
so it's not gonna help.
It's all good now.
I owe a guy some money.
Hey, you could just read for 2 days straight. You could just read for 2 days straight, and then try and roll for that.
Yeah.
And then
No sleep.
that's
No
what I mean.
fucking
Yeah, just take 2 points of exhaustion.
Right on my back.
Oh my god, yes. She just starts laying.
She's gonna be digging her hooves all into you and shit.
Like, oh, fuck.
Side's gonna be all scuffed and cut up because it's gonna have hoof marks in it, bro.
Before you get up there.
She puts on little sacks. Just for fun. Sacks.
Sota currently only has both a club and a great club as weapons. Plus the lightning javelin, right?
Yep.
Currently have that as well.
I'm gonna throw it later.
Sota.
Because I totally picked that up.
Did you get it or did she get it?
I got it.
Oh, okay. That's what
No, I
he.
meant like when
I thought.
I meant when I threw it that one time.
Yeah, it's fine. If you throw it and like win a battle, I just assume you go get it. But if it's in the middle of a battle, you have to
I was hoping.
actually move to it to pick it up.
Yeah, I was hoping you would say that because I'd remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fair about it. No, I'm gonna be fair about it. Like if so, arrows would be harder to find, right? Than a fucking a 6 foot long javelin. So arrows, I would probably make you roll an investigation check on. But something like a javelin, like the rough direction of where it went, you know, you could find it eventually over a little bit of time. You know, spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes trying to find this thing. I'm sure you would like stumble into it. Especially because that one, like when it's pulled, it starts to crackle with lightning, so it does have like a slight glow to it. When you throw it, you can kind of track where it is, kind of. It functions like that. So it's, I mean, it's not a returning item, but it's an item that kind of gives you a heads up of where it is. And then at the end of battles, like, I'm not a dick about it. You go get your thrown weapons. You know what I mean? But like I said, arrows, you would have to do an investigation check to go find the arrow. If you wanted to do that. I don't know. We'll see once you roll a few more natural ones.
Hey, maybe I just steal it from you while you're sleeping next time.
What, my dagger or my sword?
Your dagger, not your sword. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, there's a roll you have to do if you unsheath my sword.
Okay. You all, as I said, you awake and you rise. You notice Luthio is not there. The dragon is not there. The mount is not there. And the bodies of the 5 human cultists are gone.
He was in on this.
Let me rephrase. The heads of the 5 human cultists are gone. Sorry. The bodies still remain.
Oh god.
Oh,
We just slept in
this man's trying
hostile
to go
area.
claim the money for himself.
Oh.
How many? Wait,
Think
how
we've
many
been
human
had,
cultists
guys.
were there?
5.
5?
There were 5 humans and the 1 elephant.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
All 5 of them are headless.
I believe we've been had.
I believe.
The BAM has
Hear
been
me out.
boozled.
The bam has been boozled, but the turns have
He's
been tabled.
probably those heads, damage them so that they don't look like us, and then pretend like we died in battle and take our money. So we need to go.
Oh my god.
We need to go
I know,
now.
we need to go.
What's this about
Hunt
money again?
is-
Oh, you'll get a cut. It's fine. We need to go.
Good, I need money. Okay, let's
I'm
go.
with
Question.
So
For future reference. And I need you to be honest with me. Don't just try and keep your things. What was left in the wagon?
The wagon?
We had a wagon.
You did have a wagon. You took a wagon
fuck.
from Othkatla to the Snakewood.
Probably rations.
Okay.
Your uncle was in the fucking wagon.
My uncle!
Oh my god. No, it was her dad. It was her dad.
Her dad.
My
Yeah, her
fucking
uncle
dad.
died.
My dad.
Your uncle died. It was her dad.
Time out. Time
Let's
out.
say
My
I don't
fucking dad's in that
remember the
wagon.
wagon.
It was Kevin, the dad.
We're in that wagon.
Her dad's now
dad.
canonically named Kevin.
Did you do that on purpose?
My dad.
Yeah, my dad.
Oh my god, did you really? That's wonderful.
Yes. Your talk list, there it is.
You did it.
We have 1 per session, and that's it.
That's it.
My
I can't believe you just fucking said it like a goat.
broken.
I can't believe it took 20 sessions for you to do that.
That's fair. That is fair. It took 20 sessions for you to make a goat noise.
Is that how you cry? You just say no.
That's a. We haven't heard Cass make a horse noise yet. Cass hasn't. Do centaurs make horse noise? I feel like every now and then. Maybe they sneeze and sound like one,
No.
or maybe they snore and sound like a horse.
I think we went over this. I even made the noise.
No, they do like the sneeze where it's like.
Yeah, that's fair. He has to blow his lips every now and then when he sneezes.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you had to blow your nose
That's your
every
fucking
other
sneeze.
fucking
It's
minute.
now canon. Let it be known.
Every
No,
5 minutes,
no,
you had to
no.
blow your
Oh,
nose.
I just love that we decided that since you sleep on your side, since you sleep on your side, that all of the beds in your encampment are L-shaped. They're incredibly uncomfortable. They're incredibly awkward to make because they're just L-shaped beds. It's a like a queen attached to a fucking like twin XL going vertically off of it in an L shape.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Oh my god.
That sounds awful.
They have to custom order them from Murda instead of Serta. Murda now, I call it.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, like Thimble's gonna book it. She needs her
That's
fucking
fair.
money.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
She
follow.
owes
You're
the guy.
I
you
was
owe a
promised
guy.
a cut in money, so I'm following.
Okay.
We're hauling ass out this cave.
Okay.
I love money.
I don't like being stolen from.
Points.
Time to
Everybody,
take that
everybody's
shit.
chasing. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
100 feet.
Yeah.
With my
100 feet at a
45
time.
movement. 50
Okay.
speed.
So the whole group is dashing, right? You're trying to catch up as fast as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to let the four of you, except Thimble, know that Thimble told you she was going to take 6 hours of the watch. When you woke up is when she told you he was gone. Meaning he's been gone for at least 6 hours.
Oh fuck.
That's fine. We know his direction and where he's going.
So does
You
like
hope.
math. I don't know her. I don't. No, Susie's not mathing
Yeah.
anything.
That's
out of her
okay.
head. She's just like,
It's like,
okay.
you did just wake up too. You're a little groggy. You know, nobody
We
made
have a
coffee,
general,
bro. Like,
we have a general idea of where he's heading.
you hope.
We hope.
Okay. So you guys all make your way
Grab a
back to that
course of
tunnel that you
Oreo.
found at some point. You fucking swapped gravity in and became walking upwards, even though you were walking downwards. So you begin to walk down, 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 down until the light above you fades to a black. Below you, a light opens, and you find yourself walking back upwards again. You come back through that hole that was in that the cave. You find the it's a well of sorts, let's call it, you know, a tubular fucking cylindrical hole. You find yourself walking back upwards. Once you're walking upwards, you reach the top, and once you reach the top, that door that had been opened when you walked up is slammed shut again. You can see pinpricks of light shining through like the wood slats, but that is kind of what you can see right now. It is, for those of you who don't have dark vision, is incredibly dark. I'm assuming Hikaru's got his torch out again because man loves his torches.
We opened that beach.
You push on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch.
God damn it.
Everybody who's pushing, dexterity saving throw.
21.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that.
Okay, you have evasion now, so because you succeeded, you take no damage on the dexterity saving throw.
15.
No, wait. What level do you in Rogue? Did you take 5 in Rogue, or did you take 2 in Blood Hunter?
I took 2 in Blood Hunter because you told me to take 2 in Blood Hunter.
Okay, check your levels and see if you have evasion. I don't think you get it until 5. If not, you only take half damage right now.
I believe
Wait, what was going on anyway?
what
Pushing
was
the
the
door?
Yeah, they were all trying to push the door up. So everybody, I mean, it would have been everybody, I assume.
Okay, well, I rolled a nat
Sota would have advantage because Sota could see it come. Because it's not that she saw the trap. It's just that it's a visually based thing, and her senses are so fast, she could react.
I do not have evasion yet. I have the days of level 5.
It's 5. Okay, so you would take half damage. Alador would take half damage. Hikaru was going to take full. Soda's going to take full. Thimble is what, 15?
Yeah.
Thimble takes half. Okay. As you push on the door,
What damage?
it's going to be force damage. So as you push on the door to try and lift it, you hear tink as you feel a tension line release. And you would know this feeling particularly well, Ian, because you've set these kinds of traps before. As you push on the door, the tension wire releases, the weight on top of the door rolls away, and something on the other side of the door explodes. The door itself takes a massive amount of the blast. Looks like whoever did this, being that you've built these kind of traps before, maybe built it improperly. They didn't shape the direction of the charge the way it needed to be shaped, and that's why I'm going to say 3 of you take half damage. Maybe the 3 in the back rather than the 3 up front, or 2 up front would take the full blast, and then everybody else would take lessen damage. So Sota being as big as you are, I need to roll that. Thank you. 12. It'd be fire damage because the explosion, not really force. 12 fire damage. As the door just ignites in fire and then blasts inwards, towards you guys, inwards, down. But above you, the door is open now, though everybody who didn't succeed would be prone, so Karu and Sota would be prone. And, I mean, it would take nothing for you to get back up, but Alador, Thimble, and Ian take 6 fire damage. And then Sota and Hikaru take. The door is no longer there. It is in pieces. There are shards of like the wood hanging in on the sides of this, again, cylindrical entrance. But the hole above you stands, and you can see the lit lanterns that were in the room previously, like lit torches. Sorry, not lantern.
Well, Thimble's gonna help Sota up and be like, "Are you okay?" And like kind of dust off her shoulders, like reach way up and dust off her
As
shoulders.
she's standing up, brushes her shoulder one time.
I want to do a little cool little ninja flip up.
Sure, yeah, a little kip up, you know, kick the hips out. Yep. I'll take that. Sota, that shit kind of burned a little bit. Your eyebrows are like a little singed at the edges and stuff.
That probably didn't feel very good.
I am going to kill that man. Rip his head from his shoulders.
Oh, if you beat me to it.
Oh,
Put my alcohol on them and burn them.
Page, but now you're sounding a little. You know what? No, I'm still on the same page. Let's fucking go. We can start running again.
Yep.
Okay, everybody starts their pace up again. You start heading back out of that cave. You go down to the left where the 5 bodies of orcs would be laying. All 5 orcs headless. As you
remains for bounties.
As you progress further into the the cave towards the exit anyway, you begin to smell smoke. When you entered the cave, you descended, right? And then you moved forward, and then you climbed again. So there was like this pocket that you had to descend and then climb through to get into where the spiders were, right? Where you lit all those fires. Meaning that that's probably no longer on fire, but the smoke couldn't escape.
Smoldering.
Yeah, it'd probably still be smoldering, but it probably also would have cooked a lot of the fucking air out of the room.
Oh no.
And it would, I mean, the room was crossable. You know what I mean? You could run across the room, but this is the point, if those of you who were here, you remember when you had the 2 orcs that you snuck up on, and then you rounded that corner and you finally fought the Mind Flayer before you went down? That is the corner you're approaching, is where you killed those 2 orcs, right? So if you round that corner, those 2 orcs, again, headless. But at that point, you can start to see on the roof gray smoke. And it's, you know, it seems to be moving a little bit, like there's a flow to it in some direction. But you slept for 8 hours last night. You fought and you searched all day long. So coming back up to see this here, Ian in particular, understanding the basics of fucking air mechanics, even Alador would know this because he knows fucking air spells. He's the avatar, but a centaur. You would understand based on some sort of fluid or gas mechanic that because you descended and then ascended in the cave, there's a pocket that the smoke cannot get through. So the smoke is just lingering. As you progress further and you go past that exposed trap, the air starts to become hard to breathe. As you progress further, it's coughing, it's burning your eyes. It's difficult to suck in any air. Think fucking gas chamber training, Cass. Yeah, and think gas chamber training. Like, it becomes thick. The air is so thick you can't suck it in. So I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
How many people are making cons?
Everybody
Everyone?
con save throw. Yep, everybody's a Constitution save. Nobody can. Well, would you like to attempt to hold your breath? I suppose you could try and do that. Once you realize that it's going to be hard, you could try and get one good suck of air in and then last your way through. It's possible.
Yeah, I rolled a 21.
Okay.
Roll a 15.
Your con save is fucking crazy. What are you trying to craft? A plant so you could take some oxygen hits off of it? Like,
no. I'm gonna be constantly shooting little puffs of air in front of me for my feet. Because I can do that.
Man's got his D&D inhaler going. He has canonically invented D&D inhalers. Puts one finger in his nose and one in his mouth.
I'll do the con save.
He's also canonically invented a D&D.
Or vapors?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I get advantage on it.
He also canonically has invented the vape in D&D.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Can you make your air taste different?
You make your air taste different. If one of you was to cast prestidigitation on it when he produced it, you could.
Which I can.
He could just he can vape now. Fuck.
Which I can cast that.
You want your blueberry crumble apple pie?
So between me and him, we have created a vape industry in D&D.
We need the artificer back.
Yeah. How do we bottle this?
A 17.
How do we bottle this? Okay. So 17 on your con save, 13, 19, 21. Okay, everybody's really good. As you're finding your way to the outside, you find your way to where you burnt the hole through into the cave that you, after exiting the large cave, you took that left. You had to burn through the hole right there. You know what I'm talking about? Those of you who played
the
with me.
entrance to where the spiders are.
Not the entrance there. The entrance where you started to go toward the orcs the first time.
The mushrooms.
Not that far back yet. Those would be your next possible room would be large spider room. Room after that would be the shrooms.
No, yeah, it was the one where we fought that
It was
first.
that long hallway, and then you're past that part though. Past your way back out. So as you're progressing your way back out, you finally that air is thick, dude. It is hard to breathe, but all of you manage to gather one good pull of oxygen, and you progress your way out of the cave. You progress your way through the spider cave. You notice that as you enter, those of you who have dark vision, you can see the spiders are all curled up in balls, dead. Like all their legs are curled up, and the stone that was like surrounding their thoraxes is still. All of them though are upside down on the ground, legs curled like this. There are 17 of them. And these things are not small. These things are, if Cass had spider legs, like if Alador had spider legs, these are large. These were classified as large creatures when I designed them. But you make your way past them. You make your way down that pocket that I was talking about, and once you're in it, the shrooms are there. The air is breathable again. You notice that the shrooms are running up to where you guys, as you approach, right? Who's leading the way? Is it somebody with a torch, or is it somebody with dark vision?
For sure,
I feel like
Stumble.
Hobo is.
I am running.
Okay. As you get close, and you know your feet are fucking clopping on the stone and everything. As you get close, you notice that there's a bunch of shrooms standing right at where the smoke is pocketed, and they're all breathing in and then running back into the like downstairs. You know that you see them, and then run back down.
Oh, I think they're trying to clear out the smoke. Okay. Oh, poor little guys.
Yeah, their lungs are like this big. This room is massive. But hey,
die.
one hit at a time, you know? And there's like, you see them like almost an assembly line. You know, they're moving as best they can. But the air is still very thick. The air is hard to breathe, and they're making what progress they can. As you pass them, do you offer anything to them? Do you say anything? Do you hit him with a torch again?
That was a lantern. Thank
Okay.
you.
Do you let him touch a hot lantern again? Do you produce it and give it to them? You know, become their god,
It
give
was
them
an
a light sword.
accident.
Do I see
Okay,
any?
1 second. Give me a second. I have an idea.
What is?
Okay.
Are there any seeds around me?
Seeds?
Yeah.
Seeds of what? The shrooms?
Yeah.
No.
What are you trying to do?
Just like seeds. I
They're
don't know, like
they're
random ass
sentient.
seeds. I know
No.
they're spores, but
Can I bag some
No,
spores?
I'm gonna say no.
damn. I was just gonna start popping off druidcraft, just pew pew pew. Fucking
But
trying to
air.
make them bloom.
Yeah.
Leaf. Boop.
What are we doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's not much I can do. Like I also have druidcraft, but like that can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not much.
And prestidigitation is about just the same level as druidcraft, where you can't do much.
Yeah, I think it's 10 cubic feet. That's not right. It's like 1 cubic foot or some shit. Prestige.
It's like a puff. It's a puff of air.
Yeah, I think
What you
there's an actual measurement. If I remember right, it's 1 cubic foot you can
5 feet
change.
for
Yeah,
druidcraft. 5
it's
foot cube.
nothing.
And you do okay. Yeah, you can do 5 for druidcraft. Maybe it's 5 for prestige. I don't know. It's okay. You do anything as you pass them?
Okay, so I'm gonna take. 1 second. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
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 I'm gonna take the paper, and I'm gonna fold it up into one of those crappy paper fans. You know, like the ones you would make in like elementary school.
The one you would spin, or like?
No,
like one of the
like just a accordion fan.
Okay.
Like an accordion fold. And then I'm gonna like fan it out and everything, and hand it to one, and like kind of guide its hand to like bat it.
And she grabs it and starts shaking the shit out of the mushroom. Her 16 strength snatches his arms off. No, I'm kidding.
rips it in half.
Yeah, no. So she grabs him and shakes the shit out of him, and his eyes are fucking rolling around in the socket, bro. He's a little concussed. You're way too strong to have done that.
I'm just teaching him how to.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And he looks at it, and looks at you, and looks at it, looks at you,
Oh, no.
and bites it, and bites it.
Eats it. He gave him food.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're so small.
Yeah, they're literally like 4 inches tall. They're very tiny.
Can I like try again to like show it? Just be like, no, like this.
I'm gonna kind of walk up to her and say, hey, back on track to what we were doing, please.
Shit.
We stolen from.
Running again.
Can I soccer punt one as I'm running out?
Please.
Roll me an athletics check.
I also want in on this.
Which one would you want to hit? The one with the fan?
No, just
You want to
the
stop the evolution that she is expedited among the shrooms?
No, the last one I see as we're
She is in fact the time traveler that's come back and given the caveman fire. That is
I am
what
hunting
has
one with the
currently happened.
So what is that? Athletics check?
It would be an athletics check, yeah. No, it'd be a roll to hit. I'm sorry, it'd be a roll to hit.
Oh, roll to hit. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna punt the one with the fan.
Nice.
my
Yeah.
God.
End
I
evolution.
hope you break
Here.
your fucking knees.
Roll
a nat
a
20.
natural one. Roll a natural one.
What
Yeah.
is it, an unarmed
Oh,
What is that, unarmed strike?
It would be an
Has to
unarmed
change their
strike, correct.
alignment. This has to change an alignment.
Nat
This
20.
is fucked up.
I'm not a good
You
aligned
both roll natural
starter.
ones. Oh my god.
No, we both roll
Or natural
20s.
20s. Yeah, I'm sorry. You both roll natural 20s. Holy shit. The one who has the fan like makes him spin as he flies towards the wall. He passes over like a small ledge and you can't see what happens to him, but you definitely hear one of those like Acme meeps. You don't see what happens to him past that. The one that Hikaru kicks smacks into a wall and just looks like fucking mashed potatoes.
That could not. And Thimble saw none of it.
She has 120 feet of dark vision. If she wanted to look back, she could see it.
She took off running.
She did, but if she wanted to look back,
the
she
one
could
with
have
the
seen
actual
it.
fan. That was not my intention.
Soda would have seen.
And Soda was nice to one before.
Do you guys not see how fucked up that is?
That being said,
Oh, they do. That's why they think it's hilarious.
I do need to know both of your alignments.
I'm pretty sure Bowser's already leading towards neutral or evil. I don't know where to find my alignment.
I'll look it up. Don't worry about it. I'll look it up.
oh my God.
Oh, mine was actually neutral good.
It's not neutral good anymore.
Yeah, cute.
Considering my original alignment was
I want
chaotic
to say
evil.
neutral.
It is no longer neutral good. I'm gonna say it's probably leaning towards neutral evil at this point. And I say that because that was dark.
Why do you have to copy
I
me,
mean-
man? I didn't want to hurt the one with the fan. I wanted them to
The
at least
other-
have some cool shit.
You're the one that fucking obliterated the one against the fucking wall.
Mine
Not
might
on
have
purpose.
survived.
We're running, so
I did roll saves. The one
You're
that
tiny, I would've
he rolled
seen.
a natural, the one that Nick rolled a natural 20 for 27 on, rolled a natural 1 for a save. That's why he turned into mashed potato.
It doesn't, regardless.
I'm just letting you know the dice did decide what happened. You know in like in an 80s school movie when there's somebody gets the spoon full of fucking mashed potatoes and slings it at the wall. That's what it looks like. It's just like it hit and then just slowly like.
In fairness, the other option was we start slaughtering with my sword.
Sorry, I have.
Yeah, just skewering 4-inch. Like you'd like, oh my god, that scene in the new Ghostbusters movie where the tiny little marshmallow men, like they get each other on the fucking skewer and then they cook each other on the grill, bro.
Yeah, that would have been salt.
That
man.
would, watching that scene with Adam, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Hey, but that's one soul per person or per mushroom. That adds up.
That is true. That is
Adds
very
up.
true. That is if decomposers have souls, you don't know. I don't know. Shit, I didn't think that far ahead, honestly.
Man.
I'm angry. I was stolen from. I'm very enraged.
Everybody else proceeds out of the cave. You all make that ascent back up. You are now outside in the Snakewood, particularly in Hikaru's busted ass monastery. Collapsed in several sides. It is a shit show. It is not a nice place. It is not well kept. It is in terrible condition. The walls are falling apart. There's vines and shit all grown through it. You were recent to this place, Hikaru, and one of the instructions you were given was to restore this monastery. So in that aspect, you had made some progress, but there was still a lot to tackle. Is my point. That being said, I need to use the restroom. So I think we're gonna take our break a little early. Good, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back in 15.
Yeah. God, that
Damn.
was funny as fuck. Holy shit.
Clip number 2.
That was so fucking. That was wild.
Oh my god.
So my other thought was to wait for all of you guys to get a good distance in front of me and start skewering.
Tutoring?
Yeah, but my sword requires death.
Oh. Listen, I just wanted to, because we were booking it, right? I was like, oh shit, I run. What if I ran into one that I couldn't see? It punted.
And I'm enraged, and because I was stolen from me. And I'm a thief. Steal from me. So
We
the thing
just started playing soccer with little like mushroom kit things.
now the question is, how many of them are there actually? If I had known that true number, I would have started skewing with my sword.
Yeah, I think it's like a handful.
That's fine. I have 6 souls currently. Curious just to see what happens when I get to 10.
I think Hobo's actually upset.
No. We are kind of dicks for that.
I know, but like, I just had to. In truth of size, it sounded funny in my head, and it was.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It'll be a TikTok though.
I'm surprised Cass didn't want to jump in on this fun time. start fucking soccer punting all of them.
I yeet it to Mars.
I just painted the wall, whatever color it was.
It might have survived. That fan could have been used to float.
See, I didn't want to fuck that up.
Oh no,
I think that's why Hobo is upset.
Probably.
See, I wanted them to evolve because maybe they could have showed up later at a later date.
No.
With like fucking evolution. Armor or something. They learn magic from it or some shit. I don't know.
I don't do possible evolutions of enemies. The one thing I can't believe is that we both rolled at 20s.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I mean, I took a shower.
Is it us?
Yeah.
That explains why you took forever.
I don't know, bro. I felt like...
That was probably the quietest halftime we've ever had.
Really? You guys didn't say nothing?
Not really, no.
Nah.
Not me here to provoke anything?
No, I feel like there's some animosity right now at me and Nick yeeting little mushrooms.
That's fair. That's fair. Get that. Makes sense. Is everybody back though? No, we're missing. Our time's up. Oh, we'll be back. Ooh, D&D players. There we go. Everybody's back. Camera's live. We're doing
You
things.
okay, Hobo?
Are you mad about the mushroom?
Well, it was a little fucking unnecessary. So yeah, I'm a little irritated.
Well, it was a little unnecessary.
Especially that you targeted the one that I had interacted with. The least you could have done is respect that that was the mushroom that I interacted with and done your own thing. Like, but no, that was cute.
What was the original act? The reasoning. Get back to the right page. No, that's wrong page. There's so many fucking characters in this game. You guys are afraid your character's gonna die. Okay. That be. Okay. So, before the break, you guys had just cleared the cave, risen back into what is now daylight. You had entered dead of night. You had done several things, numerous hours, but you have enveloped an entire 24-hour period, plus a little extra. Sorry. Thank you. Beneath the mountain. I do, maybe? Yeah, you guys had consumed more than a 24-hour period. No, I apologize. Less than a 24-hour period, but long enough that it is still daylight. Probably about 16 hours. So it had, being that it was about 10 p.m. when you had entered, it is now about 16. Meaning you're looking at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Sun is high in the sky. Everything is brightly lit. You are back in Snakewood. If you'd like to bring up the thing, we can, but you guys do have a goal you're chasing. You're chasing somebody who had at least a 6-hour head start on you. So it is up to you. Do you guys want to bring up Tailspire, or do you just want to theater of the mind it, play through it?
I'm fine with anything.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah.
As I said, you guys exit to the monastery that is relatively disheveled, collapsed in a lot of places. The roof is collapsed in a lot. There is new construction having happened. Several holes in the walls have patches, but he hadn't reached up high yet. You know what I mean? He'd been making work, making an effort to make this place. Particularly the statue that Balagos was lying under as in his human form while he was injured is clean. That wall is cleaned. Particularly that wall has its it seems like he's paid his homage to that wall. Respect is be given. Should clarify. Now, the sun rays are visible through the roof, right? You can see clearly through the roof. It doesn't look like there is any damage to this place from Balagos's flame. But you can all see, smell, you can see the ash that has like collapsed, or not collapsed, but like come through the roof. And you can smell burnt wood.
Mm. I think we should still chase the dude. Try to
So just chase him.
Make up what ground you can.
yeah, just
Okay.
as much as we can.
Now, is anyone particularly looking for tracks? Is anybody looking for any sign of Luthio's passage?
I'd say I'm kind of looking for it.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check. Oh, you're looking for specific. No, it'd be perception.
Yeah, I'm looking for tracks, be it wagon or dripping blood from the head.
So the wagon was left outside of the Snakewood. You couldn't bring it. The passage becomes too narrow to go through the snake.
Okay, then I would just be looking for.
So you're looking for footprints. You're looking for dragon shit. You know what I mean? You're looking for things that are keys of him personally.
Yeah. I rolled a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With a 7, I would say that you see several tracks and you can't really isolate which ones are his, because all of you did pass through this entrance earlier. About 16 hours ago, all of you passed this entrance, and there's a fresh layer of ash on top of it.
Maybe we should try heading back to where we left the wagon. Probably be the easiest thing. I mean, he'd probably
Go for transport.
yeah, try to use the wagon to go back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So as a group, you're all heading back to where you left the wagon at the edge of the. Yeah.
Yes.
You did have to cross a log that collapsed into the water to get to where you're at. So you would have to take some time and chop down a fucking tree to build another like log bridge. You know what I mean? Like a length of log long enough to cover the two ends. Or you could try and swim. Or if one of you knows a spell of sorts that you could try and cast to get you from one side to the other. And you will pass by that very isolated castle-esque thing again, fort of some kind within the snake. Looked abandoned when you passed it.
Let's see. I don't have anything. No has.
Anybody? Anything? Any ideas?
One second, I'm checking a spell.
Okay. The one
You're
of you
talking
that
about the river, right?
Yeah, correct. The heavy flowing river. Yeah, the one of you that has Misty Step. I don't think any of you do, but Misty steps across the river and just looks at the rest of you. Come on.
How far is the river? Well, how
Like
how wide?
width? It's probably close to 30 feet. In its thinnest point, probably close to 30 feet. Where that log was crossed, about 30 feet. And it is not far from, like, there's a Y a little further upriver, the direction that you're heading. There's a Y that's like compressed in, and even then, the two Ys, like the side that you're on would be about 50 feet, and then the next side would be about 30 feet. The other side, the one that tees into it.
Thimble's gonna turn to Sota. Okay, so you throw me, and then I'll have a rope, and then you guys can swim across with the help of the rope to kind of make it there. And we can do that. Yeah? Good?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
You're
throw
so
me.
smart.
So she's
Okay.
gonna
Hit us
tie
with
a rope
that.
to herself,
Hit us with that
and
athletics
then
check.
pass off the rope to some other end to someone else.
Okay.
18 was the athletics check.
Yeah, you toss her little ass across that river. You get a good 2 or 3 steps in and chuck her across the river. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check for your landing.
14.
Good enough. You take a little tumble. You don't take any damage, though. You kind of scuff a little bit when you hit the ground, but nothing. It's just superficial, you know, a little bit of dirt in the teeth
Okay.
and whatnot. Nothing you haven't had before.
Are there any nearby trees? Or anything?
On this side of the river, actually, where this fort is, there is not a single standing tree. It's like there's a section of the forest that was carved out for this fort.
Okay, I'll just hold on to the rope then. So I'll find like a rock, get some nice footing, and then be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some stumps left, but no standing trees. My point.
Yeah.
So you could find a stump and wedge it around, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. And then everybody crossing, if you want to do an athletics check at advantage because of the rope, or I could lower the DC. It's your choice. Do you want to roll once? Do you want to roll twice? Once being the DC is lower, twice being the DC stays the same.
I mean, I think it makes sense that the DC is just lowered.
Okay.
Rather than giving us advantage.
Then you roll
it
once.
Makes most sense mechanically.
That's fair. Yeah. Everybody rolls once. The DC is a little bit lower.
Athletics checks.
You said athletics.
Yeah. All of you immediately regretting this decision.
Oh,
shit.
Fuck yeah, bro. We're dead.
Yep.
Karma.
It is.
For you two, particularly.
So, we didn't.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say Sota before she was gonna cross first. She looked at the two of them and said, "I hope you drown." It's gonna be a 13 to cross.
13 is what you needed.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
The river is a strong river. It was originally 16. So with the 13, Sota does manage to pull her way across the river. The rest of you, though, the rope is slippery, the water is cold. Maybe one of you has something touch your foot and it causes you to panic a little bit, you know, like a fish brushes by and you're like, oh shit. It causes you to let go of the ropes. 3 of you are free floating in this water downriver. Now, after a minute or so, you do make it across. You know, we're not going to time this, but it does take you a little while because that water is freezing. It is flowing quite strongly, so you are pulling yourself, and being that you just met the DC, it does take you the maximum time. But I'm not setting a time on this to be like, say it's a minute. I don't mean a minute literally as in like 10 turns later, these guys finally get a fucking turn to try and get out. That's not what I'm saying. Mechanically speaking, it's not a minute. Just a time. It just takes you some. The rest of you, the 3 of you now floating downriver, all suffering the wonderful dice god's karma for your slaughtering of these wonderful little mushrooms that I created and do not actually exist in D&D, that played exactly 0 part in the game that you must slaughter. What would you 3 like to do? Being that you rolled a 2 and a 7, I would say you 2 are having trouble keeping your heads over water. The 11 is close enough to your 13. I would say, Cass, you're okay, being that horses are pretty strong swimmers. And your lower half is equine.
Hell yeah.
I would say that you weren't having as much trouble as them, but those two you noticed the turtle specifically, because if you don't know this, turtles drown when you put them in water. Not turtles specifically, but tortoises. Please stop picking up fucking turtles on the side of the road if you don't know it's a tortoise, because you're drowning it when you throw it in water. I hate Floridians. I hate everyone. Let's clarify this. I should probably say this ahead of time. It happens way too much. That, a girl stops in the road, a guy stops in the road, doesn't matter who it is, picks up the turtle and carries it across and throws it in a canal, and it's really a tortoise, so now you've murdered a tortoise. Live with that. Fucking. It would make sense, canonically, that your turtle is having some fucking trouble.
Yeah. I can breathe underwater for an hour, or stay up underwater for an hour.
I cannot.
That's why it's a turtle and not a tortoise. It does have both characteristics of tortoise and turtle, or and turtle. So both of you are having trouble keeping water.
I will try with everything I can to get to the other side.
Give me another athletics check.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, all three of you athletics checks. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, Ian.
14.
7.
Okay. I'm gonna roll some dice. Okay. I need an athletics check from you as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, baby, I got you. You said a what?
Athletic check. You're trying to get out, right? You're trying to swim?
Is there? I don't know.
I
do not
we'll say maybe
6 on me.
maybe in the span of seeing how badly Hikaru was doing originally, you grab him and kind of heft him up so he gets a little bit of a bonus here, and that'll be why his 14 seems to be so much better than his previous swimming. You give him a boost that he needs, and he kicks you in the fucking face or something. You know what I mean? Like you see a little kid drowning in the pool, and you grab him and pick him up, and he fucking kicks you or something. That's kind of what's happening.
I'm trying to help you. Stop.
As he's gurgling water. I could just imagine his fucking turtle foot. He's just trying to paddle towards shore.
It hurts.
You don't have a swim speed, do you, as a turtle? Do you have a swim speed as a turtle? I don't think you have one.
I don't know. I had to look it up, but apparently it's like 10 foot.
Is it? We'll check. It'd be right next to your walking speed. You don't have a swim speed. Okay.
I don't have a swim speed.
That being said, you don't get advantage on your checks. So I was gonna work that in. Everybody go ahead and make me one more roll. Ben, you take 11 points of drowning damage. I don't fucking what is drowning damage, guys? What would that be?
Suffocate.
Water.
He's suffocated. Is there a mechanic for that, Yuffie? You've DM'd other games. How the fuck does drowning work? Is that a type of damage?
I just roll it as like I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really particularly matter. Yeah.
No, I more or less just theme it as you're suffocating. So
that's fair.
However you want to do suffocation, you're just dying.
You're dying
because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take that.
Holy
and
fuck. Sorry, just thinking to myself. Sorry.
Okay.
How far down the river is
so Ian, he's still Ian. He's still showing his face as Ian.
Okay.
he's starting to flow quickly down this river, being that apparently he's a poor swimmer. And he's having a lot of trouble keeping his head over water. These aren't necessarily like rapids, but this is fast flowing. There are rocks, there are tree stumps and things like that jutting from the water. I wouldn't classify these as like whitewater rapids, but this water is moving quite quickly, and it is blowing him away. He cannot keep his head over water. That's why he's taking drowning damage.
Yeah, how far away is he from me?
In one turn, we'll say 2 turns because he tries to swim and then does that. He's probably getting close to the 100 feet range.
Holy shit.
Like downriver, about 100 feet from you. Sota does climb up the shore now, and you're both just kind of watching them fucking shoot down the river. What was your second athletics check, Elder? Was 6? That was right. Yeah. So we'll say that you're beginning to like not beginning to flow, but you're flowing down.
Oh, you mean the one that I just rolled? Was it 22?
Why'd you roll a third one now? Oh, I told you guys to roll another one. That's correct. That's correct. No. So the one previous to that was the one you were seeming to struggle.
6, yeah, 6. Where he fucking smacked me in the face.
Right. We'll say with your 22, you find a little bit of footing. You find something to push off of, maybe, because you are so fucking tall, right? You could have your whole horse body fucking submerged. You know, your arms aren't really doing much in the way of fucking paddling. You're just trying to keep your head over water.
Can I use that 22 for something else? Is it possible? Right.
You try, yeah.
Is it possible to use that 22 to kind of like help Hikaru out of the water, or like give him like a really good?
I would say this current turn would be you guys approaching the shore. The next turn will be climbing out of the water.
And I rolled a 19 on mine.
Right. So I mean, he rolled quite well as well. You don't necessarily need him. You two would be reaching the shore this round.
Okay.
The next round would be you guys climbing out of the water about 100 feet downriver. You'd probably be about 80 feet downriver because you guys had 2 successful throws. Ian, on the other hand, has rolled 2 fails and is 100 feet downriver, currently head underwater, hands waving. You know, Riptide's caught him. He's going.
Okay.
You two that were up top, what would you like to do anything when you see them start to roll downriver? I'll give you the time to.
I'm gonna pass the. No, I'm gonna keep the rope. I'm gonna start running downriver.
Okay.
As well, trying to catch up with Ian.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take the dash action.
Okay. Yuffie, are you running as well?
Sota would actually dive back in the water to use the water to move faster because she can't run as fast.
That's fair. It's smart. That's good. That's a fucking creative idea for Sota. I love it.
I mean, I think she understands the concept of water faster.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Yeah, no, I just say it's a creative idea to approach the character, and you're strong enough to swim your way out for the most part. So I love that.
Yeah.
So Sota just right back in the fucking water, and then you got fucking Speedy Gonzalez up top. Little hooves are just kicking in circles for a second. Got a little skid going. She takes off. So Thimble is booking it down the shoreline. As you two are climbing out of the shoreline, Thimble is flying past you guys. And she's got her little rope is just fucking behind her because she didn't say she picks it up. She's holding it, but that shit is just still flailing behind her. So she books it right past you guys as you're climbing out of the water, hefting for air, like you're breathing deeply, trying to suck in air. There was a point when it like there was you're both sucking in some water, so when you're in a pool and you're like hacking the water because you breathe a little bit. That's kind of what you guys are doing as you approach the shoreline. You're hacking that water a little bit.
Gotcha.
But Ian, would you like to go ahead and roll me one more athletics check?
16.
Okay, with a 16, you finally manage to get your head above water. You finally manage to get a little bit of air. You're no longer drowning. Give me another one. See if you can make it ashore.
5.
So, though you've got your head above water, we'll say that the force that this is pushing you with pushes you into a like a log and a couple of rocks a rock and a couple of logs that are all kind of wedged together. And as it pushes you in, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Fire on the nat 20, of course.
That was a good one.
This is the only throw I'm not worried about. I get a +7 to that bitch.
It's a good bonus. It really is. +7 for a saving throw is great.
About my athletics checks.
Yeah, your con save too. Yeah, your con save is fantastic.
It still gets me that athletics is strength and not dex because it's negative.
What's your well? Acrobatics is dex.
Yeah.
Athletics is strength, right? Think of it like weightlifting versus gymnastics.
Yeah.
That's the idea. That's the easiest way to delineate. At disadvantage, homie.
The 16.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the top one. I'm sorry. That was right. The 5 was the first one. The 16 and nat 20. That's right. I saw the nat 20. I didn't see the 16 pop up. Okay. With the 16, you. Yeah, I know. Even with the 16, one of your feet plunges in between a rock, a log, and whatnot, and then as your body weight hits it, you dislodge it, and it pins your leg.
Oh no.
You're not. No, so your head is not pinned underwater, but you are on your back, and just barely like this much of your chin is up. You're trying to force your neck upwards, and you're gasping for what air you can get, because you know your leg is pinned. I mean, you've been pinned under something before in one of your thievery escapades. You know what this feeling is like. Your leg is trapped. Thimble, about this time, you would on land. You would be passing the boys, as I said, the other two. Sota, as you're diving through the water, you're actually making better speed. Than to the Thimble, your speed's not 40, right?
It's 35.
It's 35. Okay, so even dashing, you're only pulling 70. That's right. I'm sorry, I meant to say 50, not 40. I meant to say 50. So at the 50 movement speed, and the fact that you're willing to move with the water, you're not trying to fight it, I'm going to give you your dash for that too. So it takes like 15 seconds or so. I mean 18, so it's the fucking turn round, makes sense. You end up where he is. Like, you approach quickly to where he is. This water is deeper than you can touch. With your head above water, you can't touch the bottom. So you are, treading what you can of water. And you can see that he's trapped, and his leg is like, I mean, not that his leg is trapped, because the water here would be breaking. It'd be hard to see into it. You'd have like the sort of whitewash growing here. But you can see that he's against a rock, and that just his head is above water. Like, it's literally this much of his face above water, and his hands are flapping.
Okay.
Drowning sucks. Pro tip.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it's one of the worst ways to go.
Because you feel it the whole way out. Yep, you feel it the whole way out. Burning, at least your nerve ends go. That one still hurts, don't get me wrong, because burnt nerve endings fucking suck, but eventually your nerve endings give out.
You're very conscious of what you're doing the entire time you're drowning.
Right.
Right up until the moment you go unconscious and die.
I'll give you a turn to do something, and then at that point, Thimble will be approaching, and it will only take her movement to reach that point, not her action as well. You two that are on shore, climbing to shore, I'm gonna say probably that one turn that just passed would be you guys gathering yourself. If you would like to rush down river with them, you're allowed. You can at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so everybody's gonna rush. So next turn, all three of you guys, the Thimble, Alador, and Hikaru, will reach them on land. But Sota, you have reached him now in water. What would you like to do?
So can Sota grasp the concept that he is stuck?
Have you seen anybody drown before? Have you?
I'm sure she's assisted in drowning before.
Yeah, put somebody underwater. Yeah, I would say that your sister would be able to recognize this immediately, that he's stuck, because like a ship sinking or something like that, right?
Do I see the rock?
The rock is above water. One of the logs is underwater, and another log is laid on top of it, and his leg is pinned in between the two logs. There's a massive amount of weight on his leg right now. The only thing saving it from being broken is the fact that it's underwater. The weight of the actual water is supporting the log. It's just got him at such an angle that he's wedged in. And it's not one of those, like, you know, when you see a scene in a movie where the car is flipped upside down in the water and like their leg is stuck in a seatbelt. Like, he is thigh deep in this thing because he was being propelled down this river. So he is thigh deep in this thing, and it's wedged onto his leg.
Okay. Soda's gonna use the rock to try to catch herself so that she can remain still to assess the situation.
Yeah. No, you get that. You're playing. You can stop.
Yeah. Okay. I think at first she would try to heft him up above water, but not like so aggressively that she'd probably snap his leg.
Yeah, so I mean, you could try and like bear hug him and lift him up.
Yeah.
As you do, you may get another like inch or two out of like his spine extending. But again, you can't touch the bottom here, right? So even when you're doing it, like your feet would be up against the rock, if that makes sense. Like what you can grab. So you just because you're taller than him, you could extend him up.
Braced against the rock is essentially what she's trying to do. Okay.
I would say that you could make it easier for him to breathe a little bit. But in doing so, probably hurt his leg a little bit. Not necessarily break it, but it hurt him a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want to roll like a D4? What you can do for helping him damage? Sure.
Oh.
Well, whatever your unarmed strike would be. That's fine. No, 2 is fine. 2 is fine. I'm not worried about doing crazy damage. Not what I'm doing. It's just for fucking stories.
Okay.
So, Ian.
But there's resistance trying to lift him up, right?
Right. Yeah. Ian. Okay. So as you're having trouble keeping your head over water, and you find yourself like your head sinks a little bit, the water runs over, you get some up your nose, you come back up and you spit it back up. You know what I mean? The soda immediately like hits you in the back and lifts you up, so you're out of the water. Only again you had like this much, and now you're down to like maybe here. You get a couple of inches of leeway, and
bracing the current from hitting me?
No.
Okay. Not anyway.
The weight of the current is still shoving you into this wedge. There's millions of pounds of water behind you. The water, as it's flowing downwards, you're getting gravity's force pushing this thing. So it is a lot of weight. Even I don't know that she could fight it. You know what I mean? Without tiring herself out too much.
No, and as far as she's concerned, she doesn't even know your legs caught. You're just braced up against a rock shorter than her.
Right now, words aren't really an option for me.
Yeah, I would say that you're probably spitting up the water that you would have swallowed on the way down here. You know, you're struggling.
I'm like pointing at my leg.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Trying to get her to notice that.
Yeah, if that's the case, then Soda would unfortunately release him and probably go to inspect as much as she can, but I don't think she's going to be able to do more than that for their action.
Yeah, I would say for this turn with the trying to help him, and then he gives you the information that when you would go underwater to look, you could see that log, and this is not a small log, this is every bit of like 2 feet across, it looks a lot like a piece that you crushed earlier, that fell into the river. It looks a lot like that tree that you were on earlier. Wedged against this thing, and his foot is, it is, like I said, he's mid-thigh deep into this wedge, and the water is just pushing. It's a lot of strain on you. That being said, that's you guys. So the 3 of you, the other 3, Thimble, Alador, and Hikaru, at this point would reach where they are. You all have your actions, or any actions to move. You all used your movement to get there. But you all 3 arrive like parallel to them on shore. They're probably, at this point, I would say the river is probably 40 feet wide, and I would say they're pretty close to the center, so it'd be at 20 feet from where you guys.
Okay.
And on shore, all 3 of you would be able to see, being that you would be higher on shore, you could see down clearly into the water. There's a little bit of the whitewash breaking there, but you can see that you could see Sota dive back underwater and then come back up for air, right? And then you could see that it looks like he's trying to struggle free from something. Maybe not necessarily what he's stuck by, but you can see that he's stuck in a position that would give you the inclination that he is stuck.
Okay. Could I, like, looking at him, could I guesstimate where his body would be?
You could see his head and probably like his shoulders clearly through the water. Maybe down to like mid chest, and then everything else would just kind of blend into the bottom of the river. Being that it's dark browns, it's reds, it's blacks in the bottom of the river, and his cloak is dark red and black. So it'd be a lot of like blending into the bottom. It'd be hard to tell beyond the shoulders.
And you said we can't see the tree?
Probably not at the angle you guys are at.
Okay. And is talking with people a free action?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna shout at Sota. Hey, give me do you need me to shoot something? What can I do?
Our little gunslinger. Runs up, fingers appointed. Who's the rudeness, tootinest motherfucker in here? I swear to God, I'll fuck him up.
I'll just blast him with little fucking tiny swords.
Cocktail swords. Cocktail swords.
This is how I lose a leg.
You know what? I say you deserve
it. it's the leg you kicked the mushroom with. Look at these. Hold on, wait. Look at these. Look at these things.
Oh, also, I drew the little mushroom man. It's in player only because I was like, you know what?
Yeah, have you seen this mushroom? There is one. The one with the fan. You don't know what happened to him.
No.
I deliberately.
This thing is a marshmallow wrapped in graham cracker crust filled with chocolate.
That's not
what the fuck.
It's a whole ass s'more without the mess.
That sounds terrible.
Also, there's a cookies and cream one and a birthday cake one, but I only bought the s'mores and the cookies and cream. Birthday cakes for
flavored shit are bad.
It doesn't taste like birthday cake.
No.
It's like Play-Doh.
It tastes like Play-Doh smells.
Yes.
It's full of chocolate. Tell me this isn't a wonderful invention. How have we not come up with this before? Also, we can't cure cancer, but we can fucking fix s'mores. Like, we improved s'mores, but we can't fix cancer? Come on. Those seem like on par. Like, if you could do one, you could do the other. That's all I'm saying.
There are a lot of things I could say in response to that. But, I think... Yeah.
Who is the rootinest, tootinest motherfucker in here? I could just imagine her doing this shit too. Loot on the back and everything. You know what I mean? Runs in, dressed to flowing. We have to get
pointed at the log and then I can shoot it.
We have to get Thimble a cowboy hat. You guys realize this, right?
That's true. You can shoot the log. That makes sense.
Yeah. If I shoot the log, it'll probably break, and that'll free his leg at least a little bit.
Yeah. Is the water clear?
No, we can't see the log.
It's a very dark bottomed river, muddy. Where they're at, I would say it's hard to see because there's rocks around it, so it has that kind of whitewash when high flowing river passes a water or passes a rock. So it's a little bubbly and whitewashy past that point. I would say it's difficult to see, particularly where they're at, other than them above water and the rock that he is like pushed up against. That's kind of what I would give you. If you want more, I can probably describe more, but I feel like that's clear.
And you said that he did look stuck?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can only see, like, if water is like this, you guys can only see this much of his head. And, like, his hands, like, struggling like this to pull himself up. And you can't see his whole arms, like, this much comes out of the water. So, I mean, he's struggling. You get, like, this much out of the water, and you got, like, this much of his head up.
I feel like we're fucked up.
Okay.
He's having a time of his life.
She's gonna...
At the time of my life.
She's going to make a guess and shoot into the water.
Like,
You're just gonna fire blindly?
Pretty much.
Fuck it, right?
Oh no.
Roll me
no.
a D100.
You come in here and you have like no foot when you get out the water.
Rest in peace. 53.
Please remember Soaked is also in the water right next to him.
It is also right in the water right next to my leg.
Let me
Evaporate the entire ocean. No,
let me do
entire
some
river.
let me
She
do
was
some
just
quick
getting back
maths.
from inspecting his
I'm just hearing headshot.
Well, I think Simba would have the mind to like
To shoot
avoid
away from
their,
them.
like,
Right. The question
bodies.
is, are you gonna hit the log? Or are you gonna hit the
Yeah.
rock? Or are you gonna hit the other log? Or are you gonna hit whatever else is underwater?
Another leg.
Yeah.
You hit an
It's
alligator
the other
therefore
leg.
we're in combat.
I lose a leg. Vincent's retired.
No, you
just
could
find an
have a
artificer
you
to
could have
get
a
you in fucking prosthetic.
no, you could have a peg leg rogue. I don't know that he would be good at hiding. I would probably give you disadvantage on stealth checks.
I think even at disadvantage, my stealth checks would still be.
They'd still be pretty good.
It's plus 10.
So with a 53, I'm gonna say that you run up, your dress is flowing, the fucking cowboy hat blows off because it doesn't exist. And you say, who's the rootinest? Bam. Misfire. Fucking flies clean into the water. Hits the water. Little cocktail sword, little energy cocktail sword, right? Right into the water. What would the next person like to do?
Can I try to get my foot unstuck? Like, see if I can rotate it to see if Mike.
I'm going to
boost
say
that up a little bit.
whatever you do is going to be a disadvantage in the aspect that you are stuck and you are trying mostly to keep your head above water. You know, if you go underwater, chances are you're going to drown.
Yes.
And you
that
already
is-
took a hell of a fucking blow
Yep.
from the
I'm still gonna
previous
try.
amount of drowning. You want to try and unstick the leg?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, are you trying to like wedge it? Are you trying to pull?
I'm just
Are you trying to
rotate
lift
it
the
to see
log?
if
What are you
maybe-
doing here?
I'm trying to rotate it to see if maybe it's just caught because of how it is.
Okay. I'm gonna say that like rotation, like trying to like you trying to rotate like the hip
Like
or like your
from
whole
the
body,
hip
like
and-
roll over.
from like the hip.
Okay.
Kind of like
I'm gonna say that even doing that, you can't get it done. The way you're wedged in at that you're wedged in to the mid thigh. You know what I mean? So even trying to turn the hip, like you're catching the wood and it's just digging deeper into your leg.
Can I try to get a hold of the rock to maybe, I don't know, not be halfway underwater?
You can try. I'll give you try and
Just grab it.
I'm gonna
or
say try
something?
just a basic strength check. This is not like an athletics thing. You're not trying to do a task. You're trying to overpower the
Same
water.
way.
Okay.
And it's a fucking 4. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's
say with a 4, like you're trying to keep yourself up, and maybe your head goes underwater for a few of those seconds of your turn. You come back up, you're spitting up water again. It is, it's looking rough. This is a challenging task for you guys.
I'm getting ready to be looking rough.
So, the other two on land, Alador and Hikar, did you want to do anything? I don't think you guys said that you wanted to do anything, so I want to make sure you check in before we move back to Soda.
I don't have shit in my inventory to do anything.
I
I would say that probably it would track that most of your shit is still in the monastery because you didn't plan on leaving. I'm sorry, Alador. What was that, Cass?
No. I would like to apologize ahead of time. My head is not at the right place right now. This entire time I fucking forgot I could do something.
Wild
I could
shape?
probably do something. Yes. So I would like to fucking apologize. It's been a long fucking day.
Sure, yeah. Is it a saltwater shark?
No, I can like wild shape into a crocodile.
That jumps into
What?
freshwater? Yeah, you could be a freshwater.
I
What
am
level
so
do you get
sorry.
swimming at? For wild shape.
I'm a moon druid, so I get it at level 4.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't remember because
Yeah.
I've never dealt with anything swimming ever. It's
Yeah,
never been a thing that I've needed, so I didn't know. Okay.
No, I gotcha. Again, I'd like to apologize. I've fucking
Fuck that, bro. He deserved
forgot
it. He
about
killed a
that.
mushroom.
I also assumed you just wanted to save your wild shape on the off chance this shit
No,
gets
it's
wild later. So
It is called
honestly for the
wild
longest
shape.
I was like searching for like something to wild shape into,
Mm-hmm.
and I just couldn't fucking think of what I could. If I'm actually gonna just wild shape into a giant constrictor snake. Would that work? It has a swim speed and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. You got to keep your head above water.
And
That's the downside. You're going underwater.
Yeah, I mean
I mean, you could
it's
hold your breath underwater because it does have a con modifier.
Snakes swim on top of the water all the time.
That's what I mean. Yeah, his head would have to be above water. He could hold his breath underwater, but
yes,
it's not an aquatic creature. It's amphibious. My point. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that. And I would like to help out with fucking moving or trying to see what he might be stuck on.
Yeah, so you get a good little running start, jump up in the air, do a cool little centaur move, probably dunk on somebody, and then fucking turn into a giant snake and just sploosh into the water. Hit him with the Air Jordan stunt. Your body like extends and then becomes a snake. Hit him with the Space Jam dunk.
Yeah, so I would like to help him out with that. I am so sorry.
Can you imagine centaurs in basketball? That shit would be crazy, bro. They'd also probably be really good at tennis, I feel like. They're tall, and like horses can change direction really fast. I'd be really good at tennis. I don't know. Listen, my brain goes all kind of places, guys. So you turn into a giant constrictor snake. You dive into the water, plunge completely in, come back up, head above water. You make the progress over to them because you do have a swim speed. You're not challenged by water. And you can attempt to try and do it. Your wild shape is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah, bonus action.
So you do have your action. You could use your action to try and move the log, like try and lift it in some way.
I would like to do that. So what do you want me to roll?
I would say that approaching them, because you were underwater, you do get a good idea. You can see his leg plunged up to the thigh. Snakes smell blood. That's a thing, right?
No. It doesn't say for it.
I don't know. Well, there's blood in the water. I'll give you that information. Having dove
Blood
underwater,
in the water?
there's blood in the water.
Do
It's
I
not a
know
lot.
if
It's not a lot, but
no.
I don't know if you tasted his blood. You fucking weird. I don't know. You taking hits off the fucking iron blood bag while he's asleep, bro? Turn into a vampire bat in your spare time?
Oh my god.
Weirdo.
No. What would you like me to roll to try to help him or move the log? Just
I'm
like
gonna say
strength
it's
check
probably gonna be an athletics check, which is your strength modifier. I don't think you get proficiency in athletics as a fucking snake. So
no,
I would imagine that weightlifting not a snake's
plus
proficiency.
4.
The
The snake
strength?
has a plus 4 to
So you
strength.
roll a strength check. Sorry.
A strength check, gotcha. Oh wait, shit. Still a 10.
Shit. Yeah, because you're plus 4, it's 10. Let's say with the... How do you... The way... Okay, so if my head is the rock, just go with this being the rock. One log pressed against it like this, the other log pushed in like this, right? His leg is stuck in this little triangle right here next to my eye.
Yeah.
Wedged in by the weight. As he hit it, he shifted this log and it collapsed on his leg. Right? So you're how would you like to lift this log? How would you like to try? Because the way it's wedged in, again, this one is like roots plunged in right here. This one is roots up high here against the rock. And again, his leg is stuck in a little triangle where my eye is, right here, this eye.
Yeah. I guess
Trying to give you the best visual representation I can. I'm sorry.
Yeah. With a 10, I would probably just see the top most log and try to fucking pull that.
Okay. So we'll say with a 10, it does move slightly. In doing so, you get a little bit of lift, and it flips loose and falls back onto his leg.
Shit. Oopsie.
He screams in pain.
At this point, just chop it off.
He says on shore.
I'm eating my rations.
Yeah, and he's sitting down,
Oh,
fucking
good.
just snacking, bro. He's got his chips out. Like
Well, I'm
he's
reading that
Han in
weird,
Tokyo
strange
Drift, just
leatherback
fucking
book
eating.
that he handed me.
Yeah.
Oh
That I-
my
that I
fucking
found.
god.
Oh my god.
I got.
Oh, that's all I can do for my turn now. I had to wait, I guess, till everyone does something.
Hikaru, anything other than snacking and the remarks?
Kitty.
Bet.
Get in there.
Cat.
You got
You got
this.
it.
My man's the bard, bro. My monk is doing more bard shit than the bard does, bro. That's kind of crazy.
I don't know. The bard really came out there, finger guns blazing, and went bam.
Yeah, she's been
You know
getting
what?
it.
Just for
Dibble's
shits
a
and
good
giggles,
bard.
when you dive underwater, you see that shit hit the water and just go into the dirt, past completely missing the log. Her little ethereal gun. You saw it fucking shoot into the water when you dove underwater as the snake. And
Oh
when
my
when it
God.
hits the muddy bottom, it just dissipates. You got a glimpse of that when you dove underwater.
Oh my god.
Um,
Can't. Fuck. I don't know if I'd be able to. Shit.
she does have. Are you wearing your ring of speak with animals? So she can communicate with you, and you can communicate with her,
Oh,
and you guys would
she
know this
can.
beyond this point. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like to tell her. His leg is stuck on logs.
Man's calling in an
How it's up-
artillery mission. He's gonna give a fucking
fuck.
8-digit coordinate.
The
That makes
snake
me
has a
animals.
1 intelligence. Do I keep
mental
Okay.
stats you keep. Mental stats you keep. So your charisma, your wisdom, and your intelligence all stay the same.
You're a really likable
It's just
snake, bro.
physical
Like
stats.
it's really surprising how many
know.
people they just really like you when you represent yourself as a snake.
Oh my god. Whew. I was about to say, fuck. I can't talk to.
Yeah, your
yeah.
your communication would just be hiss. she would get nothing beyond that.
I'm gonna point with my tail where to shoot.
Man folds his tail up out the water and just hits you with one of these. Just points it straight up out of the water, hits you with one of these right here. Just
Yeah, shoot right there.
Yeah. At that point, when you shoot through the water, you shoot again with your Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said I was gonna.
Go ahead, Soda. No, that's right. I did say you needed to go again. That's right. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, Sancho is gonna rage and then use her advantage on strength checks to.
Yeah, fuck that
try to
water.
shove
Go
him.
ahead.
Yeah, so she's gonna rage and then just try to shove the log to dislodge it so it can continue on downstream.
Yeah, so maybe you dive down, get your feet planted, and give it a good hard shove. Go ahead.
Yeah. 23.
23. That is enough to lift. Your leg is free for a few seconds.
Please move before Socha can no longer.
Your leg is free for a few seconds.
I'm gonna try to grab onto
Grab onto what?
Ahsoka.
Okay. As she's underwater lifting the log off of you, he goes, "Hold me."
I'm gonna get out from the log. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. I can try to grab the snake.
Make me an athletics check.
I'm try to grab the snake.
All right. You grab this snake. The snake is now stuck in the log.
Like he's a princess.
With a 15, you do manage to get your foot out of the what would be the neck if she dropped it, where it would collapse, right? So if this is your wedge again, you get your foot clear of the wedge. You are still being pushed against the rock by the weight of the water. That being said, you are no longer submerged and stuck. You're just being pushed against the water. You don't have enough to get.
Wedged against the rock.
Correct. You're not stuck though, is what I mean. Like if you could swim again on your next turn to get free. I will tell you that your leg is pretty fucked up. Meaning like, go ahead and take another like 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Fucked up.
Oh.
I rolled this a while back.
Oh shit.
I've been waiting to tell you, but when homie picked up the log and dropped it on you, that's what it came in. Sota, you underwater, you do see his leg come free. You see him pull himself clear, and his head rise above the water. You can drop the log.
Yeah, so we'll drop the log and then immediately try to dash back up so
Yeah.
she can breathe.
Yeah, it's only like another 3 feet down. You know what I mean? It's not 30 feet to the bottom where this log is. It's only
But
like
I
3 feet.
imagine the exertion of the log plus holding the breath is not exactly thrilling.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you got this like picked up and you've got it wedged up in the air, as you let it go and it falls, it kicks out and just starts to fly downriver again. You find yourself caught by the current that it was blocking, but as you pull yourself back up to the top, the rock is in front of you, so you can stop yourself on the rock.
Yeah, she'd brace herself against the rock again.
So next to you, also braced against the rock, a panting and hacking and coughing Ian, hopefully regretting his decision to kill my innocent creature.
100%.
Okay, so can I tell that he's free? Like, can I see that he?
Yeah, he very clearly is up. He's changed positions entirely. Like, so if this hand is the rock, right, and he was wedged like this one, he was led with just this being his head. He is now free and his back against the rock. So his head, shoulders, mid torso, all above water. But you can see that like this water is pushing on him, and you can see he's hacking. He's probably vomiting up the water. He's swallowing.
Okay.
So please
And then Soda comes up as well. You know what I mean? Soda comes up very quickly. And probably pretty close to the snake comes up as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna shout, "Hey, don't let him like float away or anything," and cast levitate on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
You rise.
It'll make him so much lighter.
You rise 20 feet out of the water.
Oh god, no.
Is levitate a leveled spell?
Oh
No,
fuck.
it's a DOS loot spell.
Then yeah, it's an inherent item spell. You're fine. You rise 20 feet from the you to be clear, as Thimble, as you are being pummeled by this water, the weight of this water, it's pinning you to this rock. Thimble fucking majestically draws the loot, drums that shit one time, and you start to fly through the air. You start to float.
This is the first time she's ever used that item.
It is.
I'm still
And she has had that since session 0.
What?
Oh
I've
yeah.
never used
Shit.
You've had a levitate spell the entirety of the time.
Not the whole time,
Yep.
no. It's not level 1, is it? It's level 2, right? It's a level 1 spell.
Yeah, it's level 2.
Right.
But
So the way I flavored her DOS loot was that it has spells up to 3rd level. She could not use those spells until she reached the ability to cast a 3rd level spell. Right? The 2nd level spell, she could not use the 2nd level spells until she got to the point where she could cast a 2nd level spell. She could touch that magic, she could use that magic.
The whole time, that whole ice bridge thing.
Nice.
Where
I think it was
I don't think she had it at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
don't
what
I think
know
it was
at
after
point.
that.
Can I push him?
Hey, he's floating 20 feet in the air. Hey, what?
Oh fuck, he's too far up.
Hey, if he's a giant constrictor snake,
Now you're gonna have to fucking lasso him and pull him.
Yeehaw, I have a rope.
Oh my god, she is the fucking rootinest, tootinest one in this motherfucker, bro. She's got a.
Fucking Lone Ranger.
He's got a goddamn.
Fucking lasso his ass.
Do it. Throw me the fucking rope. I'll try to catch it.
Your hi-ho silver is in the water as a snake right now. He has in fact a wade.
If I can't push him, I want to push Soda out of the water. Just use my tail to like just nudge her ever so slowly out of the fucking water.
Sure. So you two can assist each other to get free of the water.
If possible, if she allows it. I just want to kind of push her towards the shore.
Rage wouldn't have lasted long enough for her to also make the strength check at advantage to get across because she didn't take any damage. So With only one turn if you don't take
You
damage.
did do damage though.
No, he
I
did.
don't
He
think
did
I
the
did.
damage.
He
He did the
did,
damage. She
yeah.
freed you.
I-
He hurt you.
For once, Soda didn't.
Almost
No,
kill
kinda
you.
did.
It did
Soda
actually
did not almost kill you.
But
Yeah. Soda did a little bit of damage, but at the
Trying
end
to-
of the day,
trying to
she did
work
less than someone else for once. So, progress.
Um,
Although she did speak this into existence, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Mm.
But yeah, she'll allow him to push it. She's ready to be out of the water.
right. Yeah. So you two can clear yourselves of the water pretty easily. With levitate, you can move yourself freely, right? Pretty sure you can.
You can. I think you can go up and down, but you can't like move.
Fuck,
It's not fly.
yeah, it's not fly. That's right. So
Hey, turn him
homie
into a
can go
balloon.
up and down.
So if we throw a rope to him, could he tie it around himself? We could like drag him.
Yeah, you can do that.
All you have to do is hold
Can
it,
let me clarify.
like,
You
wiggle
can
it.
will yourself up and down. So like if they caught you, like you could catch the rope, they could pull you to shore. You could then automatically just lower yourself down.
Shit.
Yeah. Also,
He doesn't just become a human balloon.
When I stop using the spell, he returns to the ground slowly.
Yeah.
It's one of the things specified by the spell. So you're not.
Yeah,
gonna
you don't take any
damage when the
bludgeoning
spell
damage when you
ends.
fall.
So you can't slam people on the ground.
Could you imagine though? Just walk
No.
up and hit him with the 11 pick, just the Darth Vader pickups. What's up, bitch?
pretty much what
Bitch.
did,
True.
just the Obi-Wan version.
Did someone already gave him a rope or give him a rope?
No.
Well, I'm about to throw a rope. I need to
No.
wait for my next chance.
Yeah. So I mean, these two are coming to shore. Hikaru's fucking snacking, bro. He's chilling. He's probably got a fire going at this point. You know, camping over here. He's definitely setting up a
I'm reading
tent.
my
I would
book.
assume.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use the time that everyone else is trying to situate themselves to start throwing a rope out at him.
Sure. So you take the time. Do you make a loop or you just throw in a loose rope?
I'll make a loop.
Okay, give me a basic dex check. Or a slide. I'm sorry, sleight of hand check first. Dex check to throw it.
Sleight of hand check. But I'm not. Oh wait.
Never mind.
Oh,
Sleight of
right,
hand.
okay.
Sleight of hand check
Got
to
it.
tie the knot. Strength check to throw it. We'll say. Ditch the second
a
one.
9
Yeah.
to tie the knot.
Okay. It looks pretty solidly tied to you. You seem like you got a good loop.
And then a dex check to a.
Make it a
No.
strength. Make it a strength check.
Make it a
Yeah,
strength.
just take what it is and then so if it's a 7, just add whatever your strength modifier is.
It's the same modifier.
Same thing,
So
okay.
10.
It flails through the air towards you, and you want to attempt to catch it.
I'm gonna attempt to catch this.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check. You make me a straight dex check. It's probably the same. Fuck, I don't know.
Sleight of hand's actually better.
You make a dex then. Oh, this is a challenge. She's not giving you any help. Other than the rope itself, she's not helping. It fucking goes limp and lands in the water next to you. You miss it. You reach out and she's just a little off on her throat.
Well, we have 10 fucking minutes to keep doing this shit, so.
I
Fine.
rolled a 6.
I'm not gonna make you guys keep rolling for this. Eventually, you do catch the rope. You pull him
Sleight
to
of hand,
shore.
got it.
No, you're fine. You do eventually catch it and you pull it to shore. That being said, your leg is like even your pants are torn, bloody, huge bruise across the thigh and down towards like the thigh to knee, like mid thigh to knee is all fucking purple and black, bro. It is that knee is fucked. And this is non-service related injury. Okay, VA is not covering this shit. It's that knee is pretty bad. I'm gonna
You know,
for
I said drown. It didn't actually mean I want you to take it like quite literally. So
for the sake of mechanics, I'm gonna take 10 feet off your movement speed. Until it is healed, until you take a long rest and recover your hit points, recover the injury. Or unless somebody does some magical healing, they could take it away. But for the sake of mechanics, until your next long rest, you're going to be short 10 feet on your movement.
Sweet.
I mean, that'll just be slowing us down. I vote we leave him.
I thought
Leave
we
him.
just make him
Let's
levitate
put him
and then
back.
just run with him like a kite.
So
He's
I'll
trying
just
to
fucking
save me in
carry
the
him
first
at this
place.
point.
We're
Because I
just
think
gonna waste
Yes.
time. I'm gonna fucking Thimble's gonna be like, I got this. Do her high five thing, but on his fucking leg.
Sure, yeah. Slap the shit out of his leg. Go ahead. Roll me into 100.
Wham! Pure wins.
I haul cheeks away from that.
66.
You said 66? 66?
66.
Great.
Start scrolling, bitch.
I'm backing up.
This is how we end up swapping bodies again.
Who is within 15 feet of this scenario as she casts the spell?
probably Sota.
I think pretty much everything.
Probably all of us at this point.
I backed up, man.
I'm probably next to him still. Fuck, dude.
Okay. I need to roll a dice. Oh, perfect. Immediately, a 10-foot deep, 15-foot wide hole opens up beneath your feet. The spell does not go through. I need everybody to roll dexterity saving throws. So till you get your advantage because you can see the fucking hole spawn.
I'd probably get disadvantage with a fucked up flag on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you get disadvantage on dex. Fair.
10.
14.
15.
14 succeeds, 15 succeeds,
12.
12 does not. So
I'm still a snack. Does that help with anything?
Did you
I'm a
roll
big
with the
snack.
stats of your
did you roll the
snake
stats of the snake?
dex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I rolled
Okay.
it.
Then yeah, if
still
your
does
stats
not.
the same. So the 11 and the 12, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall. And the other two take 4.
Okay.
So Thimble and Sota take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 10 feet down into this hole. Everybody falls prone when you hit the bottom as well.
Because I rolled a 10, I take how?
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and then Alador takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and then everyone falls prone. Success or not, you fall prone.
Jesus Christ.
How close are you to death again?
I'm at 2.
Oh god.
I'm at 2.
She casts it again. Another hole appears 10 feet. No.
Just fill it with water.
Listen. At least it's not.
I think she's tempted it.
At least it's not number 65. Because had she rolled 65, y'all probably would have died. Even
Is that the one where it's like multiple ones?
No, it's not 5 fireballs that open up on your body, but it's up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet, but you have to choose 3 creatures. Take 4d10 lightning damage.
I would have died.
So as you cast a spell, like if you did that effectively, if this would have happened, a spark would have ignited from your hand. Let's call it static electricity. You have different charges. For fuck's sake, you've charged, so you've done something. You've seen a little lightning bolt. We'll say that's what it is. As you touch him, the lightning would just and hit 3 other people.
So it would have hit everybody else except
Probably. Yeah. I really.
Not gonna lie, that shit sounds funny.
Part of me really wants to again reflavor something Thimble does is that like childish static shock thing where you would like get socks, right, and then get fucking static built up and go touch somebody, and that's how a spell works. And she has to do it. I just love that idea.
No, it's too late. She gives high fives.
She gives high fives. That's fair, and shoots cocktail swords out of her fingers.
Yeah. Pew pew, motherfucker.
I think that's my favorite thing. It's just that.
The sound pew.
There's something funny about just dabbing someone up, healing them.
Yeah, hits them with the what's up, homie?
Yo,
Kills
what
them.
up, bro?
Hits them with lightning damage.
It's like a like that shock buzzer hand thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Hand buzzer.
It is 10 feet deep. How large are you as a giant constrictor snake?
It's a large creature. It's considered a large creature. So
Okay, so you are more than 10 feet. You
It's taller than
could
the fucking thing.
you could climb your way up. Soto, you have enough fucking ups to reach that. You could do that. You could jump and pull your way.
Sota is going to deem that it is necessary to unfortunately carry Ion so that one, we don't feel the need to
You're gonna
heal again.
you're gonna carry him and climb.
You're gonna try to, because the man's
so
got a fucked up leg.
If that's a circumstance, I'm gonna have you roll an athletics check because you're carrying.
That's
something.
fine.
It's a little bit of an impediment to your climb.
17.
But yeah, with 17 you find your way out. With hefting, he doesn't weigh fucking anything compared to what you can carry. So you just throw him over the shoulder. You know, he groans in pain, and you heft him up.
Carrying him like Fiona.
My tail.
And then she's gonna keep carrying him because if Thimble's concerned about speed, we'll move just fine.
Sure.
We don't need any more spells going around.
Damn, don't you wish you would have kept that jump ability, Thimble? Jump your way out, because now you're
the jump ability, remember?
That's you didn't have the high enough level for it. That's right.
Yeah.
Because like imagine being the shortest character stuck in a hole that's twice as deep as you are tall, and everyone just left without you. Would you like to make an athletics check to climb?
I lower my tail for Thimble.
Okay. Would you like to make an athletics check at advantage? I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
What is it? Athletics?
Yeah, athletics at advantage because he's offering his tail. If you want to accept the tail, if not, you can like flick it away.
That just sounds bad. Okay.
18.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page, so I don't have the fucking thing. 18? 18, 16. Yeah, you find your way. After the next few seconds, the hole, the floor, the bottom of it rises and closes itself, leaving zero trace of the hole having been there.
So climbing out was just a huge waste of time.
Seconds, yeah.
You didn't know that. So?
Let's go get this fucking thief.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm running.
I'm running.
Okay.
I'm
That is fair. Do you want to throw him? Do you want to throw him over Alador's back, or do you want to like Fiona and Shrek carry this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Arm over him, like.
She's just ready to get this shit over with at this point. She's got enough speed to keep up.
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
she's just gonna...
absolutely.
Drag him by his broken leg.
No. Soda might be chaotic neutral, but she's not that chaotic neutral, okay?
So, for visual's sake, you have a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog speed turtle running through the forest. A fucking Knuckles, whatever the fuck his name is, chasing.
The Echidna, Knuckles.
There you go. Chasing that being Thimble, right? You got a fucking horse galloping behind him, horseman, and then you got Sota's big fucking 7 foot tall ass, just fucking, and Ian just laying there limp, bro. He's not fighting it at this point. He's just kind of bouncing every now and then as she takes these long strides.
I feel like he might be scared straight.
He is in fact the group pet, even though all of you are animal based.
Not human. The human is the pet of the group.
He is in fact the group pet and has hopefully learned his lesson from killing my peaceful animals.
Where's my lesson?
All of this was made up on the fly because you decided to kick the evolutionary. He was going to start a civilization of tiny mushrooms, and you stopped him.
Hey, he could still be alive.
He could still be alive. It's not likely that he is, but it's possible.
The fan could have stopped his fall. Slowed it.
He could have learned
Yeah,
how to
but
parachute. You made the first
could
airborne
argue
mushroom.
that
I
other
might have
mushrooms saw
caused
it all
an
happen.
evolutionary genius.
You both could have, bro. First off, like, he was given a fan. He thought it was food. He was instructed that it was made to put out fires. And then he learned how to fly really quickly.
One of them learned how to turn into liquid.
You know, I'm so glad I never asked if if as we were leaving, Socha saw the one that she interacted with prior to everything.
Do you want the answer to that question?
No, but
Okay.
yes, I do.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you after the session.
Okay.
They were pretty easily distinguishable based on like spots, based on coloration of like the mushroom cap. They're pretty easily distinguishable apart. I didn't look yet. If I kick over to it, it's gonna show the whole players only chat, so I don't want to I don't want to air our business.
Monetized. Get
It's
banned
beautiful.
right off
That's why we have a public D&D chat. No. So. It takes you guys probably. You do have to cross another river. We'll say with that time probably takes 3 hours or so to make it to the edge of the woods. Upon reaching the edge of the woods, for the sake of brevity, we'll say you make it over that next river. You manage to heft Ian's, now limp and not fighting body, over the river, over the log, because that log was still standing. You guys make it up that hill. You make it back through the passageway in the woods. You make it to the exit where you left the wagon. The wagon is not there. Neither is Thimble's father. He went for milk, just like he did
All those years ago.
all those years ago.
Yikes.
Thimble's father, not there. The wagon you left. In front of you lies the at least days-long wagon travel from here to Othkala. You can't see Othkala. It's a long, flat plain and surrounded by like a mountain range to your left, and then probably 200 miles to the fucking shore. Yeah, probably not 200 miles, probably 100 miles.
Yeah, wagon went.
Not staring at Soda's back. Pretty muscular though. It's pretty muscular though.
Soda needs to turn around so he can look.
I can still lift my head and see the ground. Kind of look around.
So, if you tell her, she can turn around and like.
She's running backwards.
Man is about to get the paraplegic feet, like wheelchair bound feet.
Soda probably also could have
Man is gonna be a rogue in a wheelchair, and he's just gonna have a little like oil pump, so he can get a little WD-40 every now and then to keep the wheels quiet. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it can also just fucking.
So
party people on wheelchairs.
That would take forever to get anywhere that's not a smooth surface.
There seems to be a step in your way. What will you do?
Yeah. You guys have a lot of trouble. You guys have a lot of trouble with, it's not doors. What's you guys' problem? Doors is no, it's not rivers. Bridges. That's you guys' problem. Bridges. Any kind of bridge you cross fails.
Hey mijo.
What's up?
I'm gonna call it.
You have to call it? You getting tired?
Yeah.
That's fine, homie. We're wrapping up anyway. We're not gonna be
a little bit.
Fine.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine, homie.
Good night,
Go
guys.
ahead. Have a good night. I know we're late. Oh, we play late. I get it. Bother the hell out of me.
What, the wheelchairs?
No, the camera. The camera.
Call it a good ending point of us running to Akala.
Yeah, I mean it runs into the sunset, right?
Yeah, we're just hauling it there, so.
Everyone's dead. Everyone
I'll tell
has
you,
no heads.
it's a it's a day's travel by wagon, probably 3 days travel on foot.
I mean, we don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, we don't.
Unless some poor bastard with a bunch of horses comes by.
Yeah, what are you gonna do
we can
about
always
it?
hit the ride.
Threaten him from Soda's bag?
Fucking horse.
You're gonna give me your
As
horses.
as he's
and
waving the
carriages.
sword around off your back. Can you imagine that? Soda would be entirely oblivious to this too. When she would just face the person, and he would just be waving the sword around behind her. Soda would be so oblivious to it. She would probably just reach out and be like, "Shut up!" Like.
No,
Treat your fucking dogs better.
conversation is fucking turn around.
Get out of here, Crystal.
Make me a survival check really quickly, Ben. As you guys are like, you can turn her around and try and track the car. Like off Katla.
Also, just flip him around so she's princess style carrying him so he can look.
You've got head forward and like butt back. Is that what you're doing? Feet back.
Carrying princess.
Yeah, survival check.
12.
Yeah, with a 12, you can tell that the wagon was hitched. It had some weight to it. Surprisingly, it looks like it looks like it dug in a little deep. That's right. It looks like the tracks got deeper and then they took off.
Dog.
Puppy.
Dog.
Hello, Pupper. Pupper can't hear us, but hello, Pupper.
D&D Campaign, the cutest dog ever.
And then you can see that the wagon did hitch off towards Othkala. If you guys would like to call that for the totally do that.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. You guys begin your journey towards Othkala, or do you want to take a long rest here on the outside of the? It's probably six-ish in the afternoon.
Yeah, let's take a long rest for the sake of our broken ass rogue.
Okay. So we'll say that the 5 of you get your long rest here. You guys all camp. You cut down a small tree and make a little fire.
I know.
Anything you left in the wagon, meaning like if you left tents in there, if you left food in there, if you left like a water store in there, whatever you guys had on
would
you,
have been our
all gone. Right. So all gone. So you could make a fire, but you couldn't have tents essentially. Not that it's gonna affect the way you sleep at all. Realistically, I mean, one of you's a fucking horse. So the 5 of you get your long rest there at the edge of the Snakewood. We're not gonna make you roll for your fucking survival checks for the night. And for the sake of brevity, does anybody have any questions? Yes, Yuffie, the one that splattered on the wall was the one that you communicated with previously.
Oh, the one I killed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thimble does at some point.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. The one that she handed the fan to is actually the one that you. That's why he seemed a little like approachable. He seemed to approach. He seemed like he kind of accepted that you were going to come through again. That's what he put. So the one that she gave the fan to is the one that Ian kicked. Was the one that you communicated with. A different one was splattered all over the wall like mashed potatoes in a food fight.
It's okay. Such is of the belief that karma is going to eventually take care of the giant shelled lizard, so it's fine. Dad already took care of Ian. So.
Listen, turtle meat is fantastic.
Turtle meat? What? You talking about the human? The human, the ones killed the one that had the fan.
Not confirmed dead.
What?
Ears blew up against the wall.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
That wasn't the one with the nut.
I'd like to point out that Thimble does bring up the idea of calling us the Barnyardigans during our rest at some point.
Sure.
We are the Barnyardigans. It's sticking. It's canon now.
I mean, Soda wouldn't argue. Soda would be like, it's stupid enough to... Yeah, Soda's like, it's stupid enough to fit this group at this point, so...
It works.
I've just come to the calculation that we're all 3 of our.
Soda, I want to know how you write the name of the group on your poster now.
Okay.
Like. So
on.
it's
I have to write this out as I sound it
like
out.
what did it say? What was it say? Have you seen something? What did it say? Missing? What the fuck was it?
It was like Augustus.
Right. Okay. So
please send help.
Probably scribble over Augustus, right? And then write Barnyardigan somehow across it. Holy shit! I can't believe this is where you guys are going with your name.
I mean, what else could there be?
Listen, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but the Bard, the Centaur, and Lizard Man? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like. So.
Yeah, so that's Barnyardigans, guys, right there. That's the new group name.
Hell yeah, brother.
And none of you can read that shit. I want to clarify. Not even your Speak with Animals lets you read.
Well, let me make a new one.
Anybody have any other questions? Really? Everything? Did I make up all of that water fight thing on the fly because you kicked my mushroom? Yes. I did. Particularly the mushroom that was communicating. He was trying to learn, bro. He was trying to evolve his species, and you were like, done.
Would any of the other mushrooms have watched it?
I don't know, bro. Jesus made an impact. That's all I'm saying, bro. The other some of the other Jewish people listened to him and they became Christians.
I mean, I caught my karma during half of that interaction.
That could have been the Jesus of the mushrooms. That's all I'm saying.
I was continuing to build my new character. I thought I was gonna drown right there.
Could have been the Jesus of mushrooms. That's all I'm saying. He didn't lose it. No, so after your long rest, you do recover. Realistically, it would take you weeks to recover from this, but in the way D&D works, you take a long rest. I'm not going to cripple your character. So you get your 10 feet of movement. The ones that I had taken. Anybody have any other questions?
This is canonically how she would probably spell it.
Sure. Yeah.
She doesn't even pronounce it correctly when she tries to spell it.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I can track that.
Yeah, because I spelled it as Bard-yardigans.
Yeah.
And then Gins. Bard-yardigans, as far as she's concerned, that's what they're called.
Yeah, somehow you've got barnyard and then again, question mark? I don't know. Instead of the S at the end, it's a question mark. Like barnyard again?
I imagine her trying to write it out and then spells it 4 different times and then goes, how the fuck do you spell this? And then shows it to Thimble and goes, Thimble, which one is this? Which one is it? Because I don't understand. Comment makes no sense. How do you spell? Please.
What does this letter sound like?
It's just Bard-yardigans as far as she's concerned. Agains.
Yeah.
Bard-agains.
Anything else? Anything? Will I torture more of you for killing my meaningless, life-filled creatures? Yes.
I didn't kill them.
I understand. You contributed to the evolution. They may have become world-ruling at some point.
I wanted them to come as a little army later on, but...
It's possible. They could invent guns. That's all I'm saying. You don't know.
Yeah,
you could have jump-started, you could have advanced them evolutionary by so much in the aspect of giving them a folded piece of paper. Yeah.
Well, they might come back as our enemy.
You're the time traveler giving the caveman fire. That's what that was. You could have altered the future of these animals. Well, not animals, I guess.
My art dedicated
Are
to them
mushrooms vegetables? No. That's
fungus.
Your art is always
these
wonderful.
living
Thank you so
fungus,
much.
fungi, living fungi. That's right. That sounds right. That's got an impact. Okay, so I guess we'll fucking raid somebody.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll go raid fuck. For everybody who's here, we appreciate you. Mushrooms are important. Don't kill them.
It tastes good.
Sometimes.
Don't forget to follow LikelyAMimic.
Yes, and if you want reruns, you
Not this
got
one, the
to
other one.
check YouTube.
Eventually, we will be switching over to that account.
Eventually, if we
We're
ever
just
make
waiting
50
on getting
followers.
at least 50 follows.
Yeah.
Right,
So.
yeah.
Please, once again, go check that place out. Follow LikelyAMimic.
Probably didn't help that we don't stream anything on it.
Yeah.
The point is to get it to 50 so we have that base, and as soon as we start streaming, all we need to do is 25 hours a month, and then we're instantly an affiliate.
Yeah.
That's the idea, to have the ability to receive bits, receive donations, everything. And I can set it to an exclusive bank account specifically for that, and all of the money from D&D goes to D&D.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea. We can put that money back into D&D. I can buy more books for you guys. I can buy more characters and shit. And we can develop the story better through the resources that it really gives us. That's the intent for that. And then later on, we can start, if we produce enough, then we can start putting it towards more mini designs, better animations and shit like that. I told you guys, I think I told Hobo the animation that I want for LikelyAMimic is the fucking mimic that opens up and like its tongue would roll out, because mimics are known for having these big long fucking tongues. And then like the
word or some shit.
No, like the letters would just unfurl from the tongue. It's like the tongue unrolled. It would just say like mimic. I thought that was cool as shit. I just came up with that on the fly. That being said, I'm gonna go raid my buddy.
I can animate that.
I could do. It's not that.
How much? How much?
Do that?
How much?
How
much would that be?
I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody. I imagine it's probably pretty.
$20,000.
But we appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Good
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
We have to raid 7 seconds. To raid.
Oh.
What?
Now we get to sit here awkwardly and be like, well.
Yeah.
Oh,
You canceled
canceled
raid.
it.
I did. I clicked off it. I don't want to talk about it.
Bruh.
Now we
you
have
get
to
sit
wait
here
7.
awkwardly.
Yeah, just in quiet. Just.
Have a good night.
Okay.
I can't.
Good night.
I'm trying to figure out
Oh
my
God.
dice on
Good.
the